I take it that Mark Dondero was on late last night
Oh, was he?
because he was logged in when I came in. And
Tweeted a video about you, by the
yes,
way.
being smelly.
Yeah.
But not about me. It's like the Dan Shaughnessy effect of the needles. Oh my God, I'd rather stick needles in my eyes when I thought it was about me. But
It was not about you.
It was not about me.
Mark wanted to make it very clear that it was not about you. It's why he tweeted out a video about
He
it.
said it was smelly like Joe, but not because Joe's smelly, that Joe says smelly.
Let's just clear the air.
Yeah.
Let's make sure.
He definitely went to that quickly, though.
Sure did.
I would have understood. Yeah, Joe, smelly.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no. But he wants to make it very obvious.
Yes.
He's going to blast it out there to everybody that you are not smelly. The Celtics, however,
Yeah.
smelly.
I think everything is smelly right now. I don't. Lilac Sunday's coming up soon, right? And you ever go to the Arboretum in Boston or whatever?
Yeah.
Lilac Sunday, the lilacs come out. And you smell,
smell
the
the roses, the
exactly.
flowers, all that.
It ain't rosy here anymore.
No. How you feeling, Joe? You could looking at a long, dark summer of 4-hour programs.
Well, the 4 hours is great.
Yeah.
Full shows are back, baby, at night.
Feeling good about that?
I'm to be honest with you, this is probably the soonest I've ever done it.
Definitely the soonest you've done it. You normally get till Memorial Day at least.
I think they're about 30 days short.
Yeah.
A
A minimum, Joe. Minimum.
Yeah,
You should be in the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
This Eastern Conference is trash,
So
and they're not. They're done. Round one.
okay,
What on earth?
I have an opening take that I would like to share with you.
Wait a minute. The Celtics are so bad that you've come in with an opening take on a Sunday.
Yeah.
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 They've forced a real show out of you
Yes.
on a Sunday.
Yes. And I'm going to
Segments and all.
I'm going to use this tomorrow too. Matt, everybody, the Celtics lost last night at a Game 7 at home. If you didn't see it or hear about it, and their season is over. They lost to the 76ers.
I'm sorry. I can't help but laugh.
So therefore, if I had an opening take and it was presented by somebody, I would just like to state that the Boston Celtics and where they're at as an organization are now a lower tier than the New York Knicks and the Philadelphia 76ers. That's my opening take. Let it
Ouch.
sink in. Matt, let it sink in, baby.
I don't want it to.
Think about that. Think of the prestigious Boston Celtics championship winners of just a few years ago. Mm-hmm. When you look at the tiers in the Eastern Conference,
Yeah.
they have been lapped by the New York Knicks and the Philadelphia 76ers.
Two of the great loser franchises in basketball. Loser Joel Embiid, loser Paul George, loser 76ers. Haven't beaten you in a playoff series since 1982. I don't know if they had electricity in 1982.
44, because I'm 44. Was the last time they did. My lifetime.
The first year, I looked this up. The first year the NBA Finals weren't on tape delay? 1982.
Wow. So the Celtics have done something.
They haven't done it since they were, showing the NBA Finals. They were playing the finals in the afternoon. They're saying, well, maybe we'll show this on television later on. That's how long it's been since the Sixers beat the Celtics in a playoff series.
So we're gonna get into it all. We're gonna dissect it like a frog, like if it was a science class. You ever done that before?
Sure. Pig, you name it.
Oh yeah, the stomach. You learn about the.
I didn't like it. Wasn't for me. That's why I'm doing this.
My take's not really hot. It's just, if you could say whatever you want to me today. All I'm going to tell you is that the New York Knicks and the 76ers have lapped the Celtics as a franchise.
How did it happen?
Well, I'll say this. When you win a championship, right, there's probably some regression. Especially in the NBA, there hasn't been back-to-back winners in years. Mm-hmm. Last year, Are you going to? Were the Knicks a better roster?
No.
I would not agree with.
No.
I would also agree with that. Were the Celtics a better roster this year than the 76ers?
I want to say yes. I don't know if I can 100% make that argument.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a factor. I mean, is the lineup the Sixers put out there last night better than the lineup the Celtics put out there?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is.
Well, last night too, but yeah.
Yeah.
Even if Tatum was full strength, and by the way,
no,
Jason Tatum didn't play. We'll talk about that.
So without Tatum, with Embiid, and I'm not convinced that Embiid necessarily makes the Sixers better, because who was the guy who closed that game for Philadelphia last night? It was not Embiid. It was Maxey.
Oh, Maxey's 1A now.
Maxey is... So they finally figured out that you can't ride Embiid till the end. Embiid was great in that third quarter, but faded, because he always does. But they finally were smart enough. That franchise, the Sixers, were finally smart enough to get the ball away from Embiid at the end of the game. He went off into the corner. It's like, get the hell away from Maxey, let him close the game. So there was that. Without Jason Tatum, with Embiid, were the Sixers better? Yes. Yeah, was their roster better? Yes. The fact that you were in that spot, though, that you were in a spot where Tatum could miss a game 7 and where Embiid was back, and the fact that you were even there, that is the indictment on the Boston Celtics. Not the roster, not anything like that. 3-1 up in the series with the chance to close at home in game 5 and you don't do it? Come on. 3 straight chances to put the Sixers away. The Sixers, Joe. In the end, still the Sixers. You can say they're past them. You can say they've lapped them. You can say the roster was better. Fine. 3 chances to put the freaking Philadelphia 76ers away. Come on.
Oh, I agree with you, Matt. Like, I'm saying the Sixers have lapped them because they're the Sixers. And quite frankly, the Sixers left the game on a plate for the Celtics to literally eat it.
Yes, they did.
And you know what they did?
They bombed away from 3 and crapped it out.
They played with their food.
They didn't play with their food.
No,
They ate their food.
They ate it.
They ate their food, and then it came out. Explosively.
Yeah. Oh, it came out both ways.
Oh, it did.
It came out both ways.
9 straight missed shots. Final 5 minutes of the game. 7 of those from 3. What idiots!
You know what really got me? They were doing this thing. I don't know what they were doing. Like, if I could, you could give me a whiteboard, right? This could be like some Madden stuff
Hoosier?
right there. Like, yeah, oh yeah,
Hoosiers.
No. But it was Peyton Pritchard. Dribble into the paint. No layup. Dribble out. Dribble. Neemias Queta sets up a screen foul. like, you know what I mean?
Missoula ball, baby.
Right?
Guy's a genius.
So then, when they didn't shoot the threes, after offensive rebounds, kicking it back out and shooting more threes, and then getting the rebound and kicking it back out and shooting another 3, it was dribble into the paint.
Guy's a genius.
Neemias Queta, offensive foul.
Chestnut checkers.
Like, what was the what? I will get to the coach. What the hell was that,
Joe? I love your wife. I hope Nikki loves you as much as Neemias Queta loves fouling.
No.
Nobody can love anybody.
Nobody will love me or Neemias Queta.
Every freaking possession with that guy.
Nobody will love me or Neemias Queta. My God, what was the offense?
Missoula ball. What's the offense?
No, that what was
Missoula ball.
That?
Yeah, what was that? Everything you see with this guy's offense. Smartest guy in the room who actually isn't very smart. That's him. That's Missoula ball, baby. 13 for 49 from 3. Then they ask him after the game, hey, Joe, but you think maybe that was a bad idea? No. Okay, thanks. Let's just keep doing this. It fails every year. You've now lost. Joe Missoula's been on the job 4 years. Lost to the Heat. 8 seed. Lost to them. Lost to the Knicks last year. The Knicks. Now you lose at home to the 76ers up 3-1 in a series. Come on.
Think about the 5-year run here. The Boston Celtics went to the NBA Finals and lost to a dynastic Warriors team. Right? They finally got over the hump. Ime was the guy. Mm-hmm. They were a defensive team. You lost to Steph Curry. I mean, you had a lead on them.
Right.
But
2-1,
but they, the smarter team, a dynastic team, like I said, won. It was
more experienced team.
I
yes.
tipped my cap to the Warriors, even though the Celtics had a shot in the series.
Right, but they weren't ready to do it. Yes.
Yeah, they were still a little green banana.
Yep.
They fire Ime, and Joe Missoula takes over. They're down 3-0 in the Eastern Conference Finals against the 8th-seeded Miami Heat. They win 3 in a row. They have a Game 7 at home. Tatum hurts his ankle. Who's the guy to take over there and didn't?
Jaylen Brown.
Okay. What happens after that? Brad Stevens steps in. Trade. Porzingis, Holiday, boom, right? They front run their way to a championship. And I fully have always admitted that. Like, why? Who needs to play close games when you just blow everybody out?
Mm-hmm.
They win the championship. They bring the same roster back. They had struggles, right? But they still were a good team. It was just wait till the playoffs. Nothing mattered. It was so funny that year. No one cared about the regular season.
No, as you shouldn't.
Today, with everything going on with the Bruins and the Celtics, the regular seasons actually don't even matter to me anymore.
No, and here's the thing. I mean, Missoula is going to get a lot of credit for this regular season the Celtics had. You know, no Tatum, Brown with essentially a new team, and they finished number 2 in the Eastern Conference, and they look great. What does the regular season matter? Seriously, in the NBA, what does the regular season matter? You tell me. Does it?
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
I mean, you could make the case like the Pistons ended up coming back the other night, and now Franz Wagner's out of the game, and Pistons probably win. But like the Magic team that barely should have been in there because of the regular season had that series and had them again. Like, you're right. A lot of the regular season means nothing in this town. It means nothing.
Well, and in the NBA, it means nothing, Joe, because you just kind of have to show up in the NBA regular season. I don't mean to diminish it, but you know how it is, Joe. It's load management every night, and you're rotating guys in and out. And listen, the Celtics did a nice job with that this year. But you get to the playoffs, and now everybody's playing hard. You know, the Sixers couldn't defend all year long. Now all of a sudden you get to the playoffs, and the Sixers are defending. It's the way it is. So what exactly did being the 2 seed mean? Nothing. When you lose Game 5 and Game 7 at home. They lost 3 of these games at home, Joe, in this series. 2, 5, and 7. What does it matter when, you know what, the other team's now trying to? Teams don't try in the NBA in the regular season. Just because you do, which is great, and it's admirable and all that, and it's a sign of Celtics culture and all of those things. What does it matter when you get to the playoffs and you just bomb away from 3, and it's like, well, we're doing what we've always done. Yeah, well, you're going to lose a series that you shouldn't lose because that's what you've always done.
This year was about the change, about Jaylen Brown being the number 1 guy and Missoula's adjustments, right? Mm-hmm. And I will tell you this. I thought this year the team's identity was their depth, right? The fact that they could go deep. But again, does it matter in the playoffs?
Well, that showed up last night, huh? Where's Ron Harper? How's he doing?
Listen, by the way, Ron Harper Jr. is my guy. He was thrown into a very bad situation last night. I would like everyone to know. Because I've already had people chirping at me about on the night show. Yep. Ron Harper's my guy, and I always dare DraftKings to put his props up, and they never do. I dare them to, and he's had big games.
His props should have been over under half a minute last night. Nice job.
I would like Matt McCarthy's opinion on the other side of what the hell Joe Missoula was thinking last night.
It's a scary place to go, Joe.
And I would always like to take a call in the first segment. Our buddy JP in North Providence is on the line. JP.
Murray and McCarthy. Joe, we got sports, we got food, and then we got the friend romance zone. Get the dump button ready. Can we go sports first? Let me get this out of the way.
Yes.
Anton Walker last night was shaking his head. We need 1.2 points for chucking up threes. You know what we need to do? Kaiser Sose. Goodbye, Missoula. Goodbye, everybody, okay? LeBron James, 97 years old, out there, balling. Tatum's got a boo-boo. I don't care how hurt he is. Put him on the damn bench. Put him in for 1 minute. Give it some crowd enthusiasm, something. 1 minute at the end of the game, you could have used him in the post, even if he couldn't jump. Free throw, shot. Hate it. Change it. Now, as far as food, Joe, went to Artichokes in Wakefield. Amazing, Joe. Downtown Wakefield, you got to go.
I know where it is.
Get the artichoke appetizer. Had a great dinner. Half the price of Boston. I actually had money left for the ride home. And, Joe, the friend zone's heating up again.
Uh-oh.
It's going well, Joe. I don't know how.
Well.
Joe, I am elated. Going golfing today. Then we're going for lunch, maybe over at, I forgot the name of it. It's at Market Street. It's a Mexican restaurant.
Oh,
Galena.
the Galena, okay. Temescal's very good over there, too.
Amazing spot. Going back, Joe, I'm just riding the flow. And, Matt, we got to put our hopes on the Red Sox. Did we take the over or the under, Matt? I got to place a bet.
I didn't make a bet this year. I had no idea what to make of them. I'm glad I didn't make a bet.
Well,
They
well, I
stink.
guess
Bet the under from here on out.
Bet the under. I need to. And, Joe, tell me you had that long shot yesterday in the Derby. How amazing was that?
I wanted it. I didn't take it.
Ugh. Well, listen to
first female
listen
trainer
to the show.
ever to win.
The trainer's got it. I'm telling you, that horse closed like there was, I don't know, somebody was chasing it. That was an amazing race. And, we got to put our hopes on, Jesus, what are we going to put our hopes on? I don't know.
Nothing.
Maybe the Sun can win.
The Revs.
The Revs. Hey, Charlie Davis is the best, isn't he?
I love Charlie Davies. Great guy. Lives in Manchester.
He'd throw his grandmother under the bus if she made a bad play. I love him. You're right. We're going to listen to it. I love his calling of the games. I love this as a color commentator. And that's it. We're going Revs.
Right.
Give me a jersey.
All
Go
right,
World
buddy.
Cup. Thanks, Joe.
Glad things are going well. Take care. Before we go to break, I would like to just say that I think the last couple of days, maybe the last week, I think because of the sports in this town, everyone's getting a little ornery. Ooh, good, ornery.
Yeah.
Ryan, would you agree?
It's a good SAT word.
Yeah.
And let's just say that the number one thing I'm seeing is you don't know sports. Like we break it down, right? This is our job. So
That doesn't mean that we know it, Joe. Let's call it what it is.
But listen, when I got out the whiteboard and showed you the dribble in the paint and did that, oh, I know that play. I saw it enough last night.
Did you run that back in the Catholic League,
Back
Joe?
in the Catholic Suburban League, we were the champions. We would outlet the ball and already have it over half court and laid up before some people were even back. I could teach Joe that if he wants.
So you guys
to know
ran.
That. Oh, we were. Oh, yeah. And
Unlike the Celtics, who don't run against Joe.
I was the guy when the ball went through the hoop. I outletted it to the guy that how David Pasternak's always in front.
Sure.
In hockey,
Yep.
He's always he stays on sides, but he's always I was the guy. Ball went through the hoop, whoosh, right down to the point guard who was already at half court. That was our rule. We had our point guard. Whenever there was a shot in the air, he already went back down. So whatever rebound. Whoosh. Celtics don't do any of that.
You don't remember those old Red Auerbach instructional videos where he'd be out there with Dennis Johnson and he goes, all right, what you're going to want to do, DJ, is just dribble circles around Moses Malone for 23 seconds.
That was Peyton Pritchard last night. And credit to him. They couldn't get the ball in the paint. So he dribbled the ball into the paint. And then he would look and see, is Embiid there? Oh, he's there. Okay. Or if Embiid wasn't there, he would lob it up to Keita, who that's all he can do. It's all he can do.
Well, he can foul.
But he can foul.
He's good at that.
Oh, by the way, I got the sniffer out today.
What scent you picking up?
Picking up some Red Sox vibes with the Patriots. With the Celtics from their loss last night.
Really?
I'll share with you.
Okay.
Let's break now. We have more to get into here. We're gonna dissect this baby today. There it is. Yep, right into the paint. Right, dribble, crossover. Up fake. Up, double dribble. That happened a couple of times last night. Jaylen Brown. Woof.
The handle.
Woof. Woof. Woof, woof, woof. Best two-way player in the game?
Minus 16.
We'll talk about that coming up next year on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Boston's home for sports.
Oh, God, this song. I didn't even think about that when you played it. Loser franchise. Now the Celtics are below the loser franchises of the 76ers and the Knicks.
What a place to be.
The Green Teamers, I think, are having a tough time today.
No, you think?
Oh, when they start attacking your physical size, that's when they've lost. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, hey, man, now the Celtics have lost 2 Game 7s at home. Yeah, man, you really need to lose weight. I do. But they also lost that Game 7s. So, I mean, you know, doesn't mean I'm wrong with what I said. I know it doesn't mean you're wrong either. It's just the Green Teamers today are, I think, in disbelief.
They should be, but they need to understand who's at fault for this. And they won't admit that the Celtics have obviously gone down a bad path with a bad coach.
Stiffness, yeah.
Okay, I would like your blame, not the pie, your blame order at some point, not right now.
Okay.
But Tatum not playing, your thoughts?
To me, it has to be legit. This is a guy who has consistently played throughout his career, plays on Monday nights in Utah, you know, Wednesday nights in New Orleans. I mean, he is the antithesis of the NBA superstar in that sense, Joe. So the fact that he didn't go last night, it's legit. I don't hold that against Jason Tatum one bit. I don't. Yeah, now these injuries are starting to pile up, though. Ankle injury, Game 7 against the Heat, obviously bad luck. Tore the Achilles last year. You know, so this is now 3 of the last 4 elimination games Jason Tatum has been a part of. I mean, you know, games where the Celtics are facing elimination and are ultimately eliminated. Tatum played, 2 minutes of those games? So at the end of these seasons, he's having a hard time posting. Now, do I put that on him? No. Is there some bad luck in there? Yes, but there's a lot of tread on the tires. So I do worry about it moving forward. He's, you know, a player in his late 20s who's played a whole bunch of basketball, who has an Achilles injury in his past now. And yeah, I mean, this is kind of the story, isn't it? It's one of the many stories. Jaylen Brown is asked to lead the Celtics at the end. Jaylen Brown doesn't get it done. Jason Tatum is not playing for whatever that reason may be. So, yeah, am I concerned about that moving forward? A little bit. Am I concerned about his toughness, his desire to play, his drive? No, I'm certainly not.
I think they made the right call.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I know that there's people out there who think your best player doesn't play in a Game 7, he's a bum.
I don't think that's the case with Tatum. I just don't.
I think he legitimately, this is a guy that probably came back, I don't want to say too soon because he looked amazing, but it was a risk. There was risk. And to aggravate your other leg that you've been working on the other one to get rehab, you could have a problem with that leg.
You don't mess with that.
And whether it's sitting out Game 7, you still had enough to win the series. I thought they had enough last night to win the series.
Of course they did. They never should have been in a Game 7 in the first place. The story here, Joe, is not that Jason Tatum didn't play Game 7. It's that they were playing Game 7 at all.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And they beat themselves. Just on the Tatum thing, though, I don't want to say I'm a Tatum defender because I think Tatum just defends himself by his play. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there are sometimes he complains about calls. Maybe he isn't an alpha. He's not. I mean, Coach K called him a soft kid. He's soft-spoken. I will say he's totally humble. All the guy wants to do is play basketball and play with his kid, right? I think that there are times where people think Jaylen Brown might be better than him. Well, I can give you the statistics if you'd like to do that.
I mean, there are times where Jaylen Brown has been better than him. Jaylen Brown was better than him in 2024.
Imagine when Jaylen Brown plays to his absolute potential. The Celtics are unbeatable.
Yep.
That's been a take of mine for a long time. Like, Jason Tatum he always is consistent. Rebounds, assists, points, double-doubles, all that. But it's always Jaylen Brown, who has struggled in the playoffs. This was a bad one last night for him. So the Tatum thing, I think I'm over it. I don't know if Jaylen is. We'll give you more on that coming up in a bit. But these numbers from Jaylen Brown on and off the court are ridiculous. This year, there were a minus 28 when Jaylen was on the court in the playoffs. On the court.
Can't have it. Can't have it.
They were a plus 43 with him off the court. A plus 43 off the court. They were a better basketball team with Jaylen Brown off the court?
Can't have it. Minus 16 last night, Joe. 12 of 27. 3 of 9 from 3. I mean, not good enough. Not good enough.
Final 5 minutes of the game, the Celtics couldn't buy a bucket. They went 1 of 12.
9 missed in a row.
And a lot of them from Jaylen Brown, by the way.
How many from Brown? In that 9? 3, probably.
Do you know he's never been bounced from a playoff series this early? Brown?
No.
Never.
No, when was the last time the Celtics lost in the first round? I mean, to the Cavs and, the LeBron Cavs and the Jerebko years? Right?
Yeah. Do you think they left the franchise, left Jaylen Brown hanging out to dry?
No,
Me
I
either.
don't.
Me
No.
either.
Why? I mean, why? Because Tatum didn't play last night? No.
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yes, that's what I'm asking.
So do you think basically are you saying there's a conspiracy theory, they did it on purpose, they sat Tatum down, Brown fails, now you trade him for Giannis? Like, is that what you're doing? Because I don't think they're doing that.
You went to a Game 7.
Yep.
You don't play Tatum.
Yep.
Because if you do lose, you have a built-in excuse. It's like protects the team, right? It protects the reason why they lost. And I know we watched the game. They were down 1 point and couldn't take the lead for literally the 5 minutes of the game. The 76ers were like, here, man, we really don't want this.
We are the 76ers.
We told you we wanted this.
Right.
But we're still going to give it to you. And they couldn't take it.
We are still the 76ers. You can take this game. We are very much capable of choking this game. The only thing is, are you going to be dumb and keep bombing away from 3? Okay, fine. You don't want to win the game? I mean, I guess we have to win it.
In a way, this is where I'm going front office here. Whole season, Jalen's the guy, right?
Yep.
It's your season, Jaylen. We don't think the team's that good to win a championship, so we're really not going to invest in the team. But Jaylen, yeah, go ahead. Prove everybody wrong. I guess he did, right? In the regular season? Were they contenders in the regular season?
Yep.
Yep. And in the biggest moment of the year, Jason Tatum's out. That's got to piss Jaylen Brown off. That's got to piss him off. Think about that. 20 minutes before the game, he finds out Tatum isn't playing.
He finds out he's playing with Ron Harper Jr., your boy.
That's my guy.
Yeah,
he is my guy.
I don't know if he should be your guy.
I should also mention
he's
this.
also Joe Missoula's guy, obviously, too.
Well, he is. I did see this today that the starting 5 that played last night, they scored. They were awful, as you know. They were awful.
Whoever could have seen it coming, by the way. You know, they had played a grand total of 0 minutes together this season.
Correct.
And they started Game 7. I mean,
call that the secret weapon.
Chestnut checkers from Joe Missoula again, the smartest guy in the room.
Did you notice who was covering Joel Embiid down the stretch the entire game?
Well, I mean, Jaylen Brown was covering him a lot. Ugo. Everybody except a big.
I think Jalen's pissed. I think Jaylen, scapegoat today. He didn't play well either, right? I mean,
No,
33 points, but...
Who's going to catch more flack, Jaylen or Joe Missoula?
Missoula.
Yeah.
So if we're doing let's do our tiers. It's Missoula, Brown.
Yeah.
Missoula, Brown.
Whatever. Brown. I mean,
Missoula, Brown, whatever.
I mean, what am I going to put Ron Harper on my list?
No, but I mean,
Baylor Shireman, who stunk, by the way.
How about Derek White? Maybe. You know, I know he played better, but
9 for 26, dude. 9 for 26. 5 for 16 from 3. How? How do you let Derek White take 16 3-pointers? It's not exactly Ray Allen. But hey, that's the plan. That's the strategy. Idiots. They play dumbass basketball, don't they? I'm not having a good day.
You're down 1 point, and all you did was shoot threes. You're down.
No regret,
1
though.
point.
Ask Joe after the game. Hey, Joe, you think you should have done that?
No. By the way, I'm not the they shoot too many threes crowd. By the way.
Well, you should be a part of that crowd.
I should be.
Yeah.
But I thought they shot too many threes being down 1 point late in the game.
Well, no, I mean, Joe, we don't look at actual situations.
Yes.
We just play the math.
Yeah, so
3-point attempt is the most important shot in basketball, right?
yes.
Most
Oh,
important
how
stat
about
in
the
basketball.
what about the 2-on-1s? How did that
I
work?
heard all about that last night. They generated a lot of 2-on-1s.
You saw those?
That guy's a moron.
Did you see the two? No, I didn't see 2-on-1s.
No, I didn't. No, I saw a whole bunch of guys shooting threes out of their asses.
We should look up the final 2 minutes of who shot what. But
it's not good, man.
I definitely saw Shireman shoot one. I saw Brown shoot a couple. I saw Derek White shoot. Hauser shot one. Cato might have shot one.
You want what happened?
Please.
5:02 to go. Jaylen Brown, 2-pointer makes it 97-96 Philly with 5:02 to play.
Down one.
This is what they did. Miss 3, Kata fouled, miss 3, Brown missed from 2, miss 3. You dumbasses. And meanwhile, your dumbass head coach is like, yep, keep shooting. It is the dark helmet approach to basketball. Keep firing a-holes. That's their strategy.
Spaceballs reference.
The beeps, the sweeps, and the creeps.
I got that.
It's not the only thing he's lost. You kidding me?
I got that.
You did. Good for you, Joe.
Joe didn't. Joe Missoula did not get that last.
No, he is Dark Helmet. That's who he is. How many a-holes we got on this ship anyhow? Baylor Shireman 0 for 4. Yo!
We're all a-holes.
The Dark Helmet approach to basketball.
That's
who they are.
Can you tell me who that sequence 502 again?
Yeah. Miss 3.
By
Who?
By who?
I'll go back and find out.
It doesn't. Okay, so it doesn't have it on there.
I will. I can get that for you.
Miss 3, Miss 2.
Miss 3. Kata fouled. Miss 3. Brown missed from 2. Miss 3. Miss 3.
That might have been on the rebound where they got the offensive board 3 times in a row and took a 3 every single time. And it was bad. Like when they missed the third one, you're like, what are you doing?
But Joe says, no, keep doing it. This is what we want to do. They generated a lot of 2-on-1s, Joe. Didn't hit any of them, but hey.
Richard is in Dorchester. Richard.
What's going on, guys? You know what ticks me off the most? Nobody pays attention to how Jaylen Brown operates. He's secretly jealous of Jason Tatum to the point where he's such a ball hog, always staring up at the big screen after, scoring to check his stats. He's such a stat pattern. And that boneheaded, I call him Bonehead Jay. One of the biggest things that pisses me off more than anything is how come Vucevic hasn't been utilized throughout this series? He hasn't been utilized properly since he's been here. I understand. We trade Simons for Vucevic. Clearly, he's a big factor. That's why we made that trade. Why is it he can shoot threes? He can spread the floor. He's a good passer. Why hasn't he been utilized? Why is Tatum being started over him and playing way more? He didn't even get in the game yesterday.
Richard, just so you know, Kata didn't start the game.
Tatum did it?
No, they put Garza to start the game.
Okay, I'm bugging then.
No. Richard, you're not bugging. You know why? Joel Embiid literally was eating them alive. And they'd rather Jaylen Brown at 6'7" than a former all-star in Vucevic. And listen, Vucevic is a cone defensively, but he's at least a big.
Exactly. We need his presence. It's freaking Embiid. And why is Joe Missoula keep allowing him to shoot threes if it's not working? Run some plays, draw some fouls. We barely go to the free throw line.
They never go to
like,
the free
come on, man. Huh?
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you. He's upset.
Do you blame him?
Everything you're saying is true, sir. You're not crazy. You're not freaking out. You're right. It doesn't make any sense, and that's why it bothers all of us.
I've lost the bleeps, I've lost the sweeps, and I've lost the creeps.
The what? The what? And the what?
The what? The what? And the what? No, the bleeps.
That's what Joe Missoula's brain
Sweeps.
sounds like.
Those are the guys who are starting last night.
And the creeps.
So, but one more time before the break. The starting lineup last night was Garza at center.
I'm sorry.
Undrafted free agent Ron Harper Jr., the son of Ron Harper Sr., the brother of Dylan Harper.
Was Ron Harper Sr. not available?
He was not. He played for the Bulls, though, when they won championships.
Ron Harper Jr., the son of Ron Harper Sr.
Yes, and the brother of Dylan Harper of San Antonio Spurs.
Okay, got it.
He's good. I like him.
He's very good. I'm telling you, Ron Harper's my guy. It just wasn't last night. Who else started? They had
Brown.
Jaylen Brown was 3.
Oh, stupid Shireman started.
Yeah,
Shireman.
Baylor
Get him out of my face. Who would you replace Sam Hauser? I don't want to hear it.
Can
He
I tell you
stinks.
something? Shireman was one of the only guys who had balls last night.
I thought Shireman was awful last night.
He was awful
Some
offensively.
rebounds, but yeah.
No, he's a tryhard.
He had more balls
Sure.
than points.
2 balls, 0
Great.
points.
Awesome. Big tough guy. Just put the damn ball in the basket.
This is what we're gonna get today. That.
And Derek White.
Derek
But
White.
Joe, it's not even that. It's just that the Celtics fans are like, oh, he's so good. He's going to be a difference maker. And then he goes out in the most important game and is a complete non-factor. It's more of like what people tell me than the player itself.
Guys, what the hell were they doing in a Game 7 at home?
I don't know.
I don't
know.
Usually I like to yell. I like to get a little animated.
I can't come in and yell today. I mean, I just want to laugh. That lineup. How do you read that lineup and not laugh? What was that moron doing?
The 76ers suck so bad. We're going to start Garza, undrafted free agent Ron Harper Jr., and Baylor Shireman, who you drafted a year ago. And then when things get really tough, we're going to put Hugo Gonzalez in, who hasn't played a minute.
I thought Hugo was pretty good last night.
Hugo was great. He's almost an idiot for not playing him the entire playoffs. And by the way, Jaylen Brown took a shot at that one too. Jaylen Brown sucked, but was firing after the game. I'm kind of curious where people stand on Jaylen today. Like, is he the only one who actually said something and did something, or the fact that he was a minus for the entire playoffs and literally, I don't know, was it fraudulent?
What?
His season, was it fraudulent?
Well, it didn't matter. is what
MVP
I'd
type
say.
season?
Yeah.
It didn't matter.
No, that doesn't matter.
Therefore, fraudulent.
The NBA regular season doesn't matter. We know that.
You know what else doesn't matter, according to Jay Stu?
What?
Home court.
Yeah. No, it doesn't matter anymore.
I swear, we'll take everyone's calls next.
Okay.
We'll have more. And the people want to know why Vucevic didn't play last night. I got something for you. We'll take
Sniffers
a quick
out.
break. Matt McCarthy's here. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Boston's home for sports.
Hasn't been much of an NBA player.
Yeah. Harper Jr.
Dylan Harper Jr., St. John's, undrafted free agent. His brother's way better than him, and his dad was a champion.
Jaylen Brown.
Okay.
Derek White.
Okay.
Baylor Shireman.
Baylor Shireman, who's a great quarterback out in South Dakota. And played for, I believe, the Jackrabbits. Was great. And then transferred to Creighton and was the Big East Player of the Year.
Awesome.
And then
Derek White, University of Colorado.
Baylor Shireman, Creighton University.
Ron Harper Jr., Rutgers.
Tatum and Brown, California, Berkeley.
Luca Garza, University of Iowa.
I can't believe we had all of them recorded.
just make sure it was Rutgers, not St. John's. I don't want anyone pissed at me because that could be a big thing. I said he went to St. John's. He went to Rutgers.
What do you think? So the background to that is we get those guys to, you go to practice, you have, somebody needs to go to practice and say, hey, guy, can you record your name for our starting lineups? Yes. What do you think our producer, Matt Stenberg, thought when he got that starting lineup last night and he had to put that together?
Ron Harper Jr., Rutgers.
Tatum and Brown, California, Berkeley.
Luca Garza, University of Iowa.
How do you not laugh when you hear it?
Derek White, University of Colorado.
Baylor Shireman, Creighton University.
Game 7. Two biggest words in sports.
No, the two biggest words in sports are Ron Harper, Rutgers.
Ron Harper Jr., Rutgers.
Junior. All right, enough of us. We're being childish. Brandon's in Boston, Brandon.
Hey, what's going on, guys? So I won't be too long, but yeah, that lineup was a little crazy. I thought they would tweak it a little bit where you have Walsh and his assignment would be to run and guard Maxey, and then you have Vucevic in there because his stretch big and he does a lot of things where he's a versatile big, but Joe's a moron anyway. He needs to be fired. But I have three trade scenarios that, I want to throw at you, and I'll be really quick. So it doesn't involve the Jays at all. So the first one would be trading with the Pelicans. So you'll get DeJounte Murray in the center, Messi, where he's, he's averaging 1.5 blocks and he's only committing 1.7 fouls. Okay. So to get that done, you'll trade Vucevic, Hauser, and Pritchard in a 2027 first-round pick. Oh. And another scenario would be Jalen Suggs and Goga. To get this deal done, you'll trade Sam Hauser, Peyton Pritchard, and some draft considerations. And another one that I like is, Dyson Daniels and Okongwu from the Hawks. You'll trade Nikola Vucevic, Sam Hauser, and Peyton Pritchard. And, I like my point guards a little bit bigger and more defense and my bigs to be versatile. And I think with these trades, you're setting up for the future. How do you guys feel about that?
I don't like any of those trades.
I don't like trade talk. The second this happened.
Goga
Batadze.
Goga Batadze. You know
surprised he didn't mention Kelly Oubre. That's his guy. No, here's the only trade I want to talk about. I want to trade Joe Missoula for a bag of balls. Not basketballs. Footballs, baseballs, anything else. Get him the hell out of here. That's the only trade I want to talk about.
Dude, it's so funny, everybody on Twitter today. Hey, some guy goes, Joe, you just please shut the F up. And then earlier, I started retweeting them because they were so funny. Hey, man, you got to lose a ton of weight. Yep. This guy doesn't know ball at all. We need to change 98.5 to get rid of you, bum.
Who, Joe Missoula doesn't know
just
ball?
Yelling at me.
Oh.
You need to bleep off, someone says.
Celtics fans aren't taking this one well today, Joe.
They are not.
See, here's the thing. You tweet this about the Bruins, and everybody's like, yeah, you're right, man. You're right. You tweet this about the Celtics. You say one bad thing about Charlie McAvoy, and everybody's like, you know what? You're right. Yep, no argument there. You say Joe Missoula is a moron. Celtics fans can't accept that. He's obviously a moron.
Yeah. Bob's in Londonderry, Bob.
Hey, guys. Enjoy the show. How you doing this morning in lieu of last night's disaster?
Hey,
I was just curious. You've heard me call in before, and I'm not the one to say I told you so, but what will ultimately change next year? Are they going to still bring the same bums out there and get the same results? Because next year, they're going to be a year older, a year slower and a year stupider, along with the coach. What do you think's going to happen with these clowns next year?
Joe? Nothing.
Which clowns are we?
Baylor Sherman, Creighton University.
Ron Hubbard Jr., Rutgers.
Okay, I want to know what we're talking about too.
I have a couple of tweaks, but this private equity firm, I don't know what they want to do. What do you want to do?
Well, I mean, the owner and his wife love Joe Missoula.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They made that very obvious. Yeah. She's a big fan.
How about Tom in Fall River? Tom.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey. So, I get all the flack for Joe Missoula. You know, the whole style of basketball that they're trying to play doesn't make any sense right now. But I want to say that the Jays, I think, are the biggest problem. You know, it's the NBA. The superstars control what goes on. They have the most power than any other league. They're clearly okay with playing this style of basketball. And Joe Missoula is just there to facilitate the way that they want to play. So that's what I think needs to change. Not just Joe Missoula. It's clearly Tatum and, to a lesser extent, Brown that want to play this 3-and-D and just sit at the three-point line and chuck threes up. And if they win, okay, we win. And if we don't make them, then we lose and we go home. We get $250 million of contract.
So
it's really the players that are in control.
You are right that it's an organizational issue. It goes deeper than Missoula, and Stevens is part of this too. He's signed off on all of this. I just don't know. Like, if your approach is break up the Jays, I mean that doesn't work either. You're not winning a trade where you trade Jaylen Brown out the door.
You're not in. Plus, he's off an MVP season. Like, I do agree that this is the most you could ever get for him. You're not going to win the trade.
No, you're not. Trading superstars in the NBA, you never ever. I mean, yeah, you might get 8 first-round picks, but what good does that do you? You are too far down the road with Brown and Tatum. You're going to get out of them what you get out of them. So that's why the coach, what's another reason why the coach has to go. You have to change everything around those two. You can't, if you're breaking up those two, it's over. It's done. You don't win deals like that in this league. You're going to get out of them what you get out of them. They have won a championship. So they had, I mean, let's not ignore that. It is what it is. Do they deserve blame? Of course they do. Brown, Tatum, yes. Does this team consistently underachieve in the playoffs? Yes, of course they do. They've done it for years. But breaking them up isn't the answer. It's not.
It's not the answer. The coach could be the answer. The philosophy could be the answer, though.
Holy crap, is it bad?
Could be. We'll get into more of this one. I've been trying to lead Matt by asking him a few questions about, do you think the franchise left Jaylen hanging out to dry?
Are you trying to facilitate in my direction?
I am trying.
Your take without giving it.
Yes.
Do you want to just give your take?
I think the franchise may have left Jaylen hung out to dry. I don't think they clued Jaylen in on Jason Tatum not playing. And I think after the game, Jaylen is questioning Tatum not playing. And is also threw a shot at Missoula as well.
I want to hear this.
And I think Missoula took a shot during the game at Brad Stevens.
Let's do all of it.
This is now getting into the Red Sox scoop territory. And
Luka, University of Iowa.
Yes, Luka. How'd he do?
Not great.
What was his box score?
Not.
He was the wooden player of the year though in college.
Yeah, he looked wooden last night.
Solid like mahogany.
Luka Garza.
Pay the check.
Ron
the
Harper
check before
Jr.
it hits the mahogany. Is that it? The line by Taylor. Hey, did you see she's going to be in Toy Story or doing a Toy Story thing?
No, I didn't.
No, we can talk about that later. All right.
Can we?
Yeah.
Do we want to?
It's better than this. Actually,
I'm not sure it is, Joe.
The sniffer is out.
Okay, what do you got?
We got more. We'll do it next here on the Sports Hub.
Boston's home for sports.
That's my wish.
We'll get to that. You heard the Jaylen Brown cut there. We were without one of our best players. Our best player. Can we hear that one more time there, Ryan? It was.
I felt great about how our team responded. Obviously, down one of our best player, our superstar Jason Tatum wasn't there.
Trouble in paradise.
I know these guys get along. I don't think I'm doing that. I know they get along. I know that their kids hang out. They like he watches Deuce. They're friends. They hang out. Their families know each other. They get along well. There's a good relationship between the two of them. It's transparent. All that. Okay. I think the franchise left Jaylen hung out to dry and guess what? Do you think he knew before the game that he wasn't playing?
I don't know if anybody knew.
Okay.
I mean, it happened that fast, right?
Mm-hmm. What did Joe Missoula say the day before that Jason Tatum was playing? What did Jason Tatum say? That he was playing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you find out 20 minutes before the game he's not playing?
Ron Hubbard Jr., Rutgers.
Yeah. I think they left Jaylen hung out to dry. Kind of like, he's our guy. Tatum is our guy. We're not going to play him tonight. Right, we're not going to play him tonight. You guys can win, this and that. Jaylen's playing the game like we're in a game 7 without the guy you guys call the superstar and best player.
I got Harper and Shireman next to me. Garza.
So that's one. I get the sniffer out on that one. And again, I think they have a great relationship. I'm never that guy who says that Tatum and Brown don't get along.
Yeah, but just because you have a good relationship doesn't mean you can't be upset by the way something plays out because you like somebody.
Yeah, you can be upset about how it played out, but right. I feel like it's not Tatum leaving Brown out to dry. I think the franchise left.
Oh yeah, I don't think. Listen, Jason Tatum wants to play. Long and documented history of playing basketball, which is not something you can say about most stars in the NBA. The reason Tatum didn't play last night has, I'm sure, very little to do with Tatum. That is the franchise protecting him and protecting their investment, saying, you know what, you got a calf injury? We know where that can lead. We can't lose you. This is a first-round playoff series. We'll figure it out. Which, actually, in the end, Joe, I agree with. If you need Jason Tatum to beat the Sixers in Game 7, after being up 3-1, you've got bigger problems than Jason Tatum having a calf and knee injury. You got bigger issues.
Oh, bigger issues. Can I give you one more Jaylen quote that I thought was very interesting?
Sure.
Jaylen Brown says he wishes the Celtics trusted the empowerment of the entire roster, the style, more earlier in the series.
Well, that's a shot.
Trusted the empowerment, huh?
Who is that talking about? He's saying the empowerment. Yeah. Empowering
Missoula
me.
Brown?
Yeah, empowering me.
I mean, Missoula Brad?
Yep.
The organization? Like, do you see what I'm saying about this? The franchise Brown? Mm-hmm. There hasn't been a disconnect all year, right? Or that we know of? And wait till we get the stories, but there hasn't been one. They gave him the keys to the kingdom, but called it a gap year. Oh yeah, Jaylen, you're our guy number 1, MVP candidate. They left him hung out to dry. They didn't tell him that the best player wasn't playing, and now he's saying, "Oh, I wish we used the roster more." Which, yeah. Let's hear the quote then. Thank you, Ryan. I'm glad you got that.
You had said earlier about the gap, like this was a gap year. Like you kind of used that as kind of fuel. Is there a level of maybe not regret but disappointment that you guys couldn't build on what you did in the regular season? And do you guys in the future have to change maybe and tweak the style that you play to maybe get farther?
Tonight, I wish we played that style and trusted that style more, even throughout the playoffs, even through wins and through losses. Obviously, it's not always the easiest decision, but I wish that style for our team was how we empowered the rest of our group. And you saw tonight how everybody came out and they played their tail off. I wish we trusted that more.
And
I disagree with this. Missoula started Luka Garza, Baylor Shireman, and Ron Harper. The style of play this year was, we're going to rotate guys through. We're going to, go 11, 12 deep on the bench, and whoever's got the hot hand, we're kind of riding in a moment. Walsh will play 5 games in a row, then it'll be DMP for 5 games in a row. Like, that's the way they approached it. So if he's talking about that, I actually do think they tried that. Now, if he's talking about the reliance on the three-pointer, which after the Utah game they kind of pulled back from a little bit, played more of a Jaylen Brown style of basketball, that I will agree with. I mean, the fact that, again, they hucked up nothing but threes at the end of the game, is that really Jaylen Brown's style of basketball? I don't think it is. It's not who he is.
It's not really even Jason Tatum's style of basketball.
No, but I think he's more willing to play it.
Got it.
So again, here are your missed threes in the final 5 minutes of the game. White, Pritchard, Hauser, Brown, White, Hauser. Jaylen Brown took 2 of their final 12 shots.
I hate that. It all sucked. I'm still thinking about this empowerment thing, though. Like,
he's saying you didn't empower me enough.
Do you think that they went towards Tatum instead of him? Is that what? Like,
they went back.
How am I not thinking of him talking about Tatum?
They went back to more of a Tatum style of basketball, which is settle for the 3. Tatum is more than happy to settle for the 3. Brown is less likely to do it. Again, final 7 3-pointers. Brown took 1 of them. 1.
I want to make this clear. I think when you lose, it comes down to your superstars. Like, Tatum and Brown are in their prime, and they got knocked out in the first round. That's pathetic. That is pathetic. Disclaimer, getting all that out there. Pathetic.
To the Sixers. Joel Embiid and the Sixers.
It is pathetic, vomit-inducing green vomit.
It's generally the color of vomit, yes.
It's gross.
It's not good. You don't want it. Out on vomit.
But empowerment, that word?
He feels they didn't empower him.
I would say to Jaylen, just like I'll tell Trevor's story, you were able to say all that stuff during the regular season. But you think that performance, he can come out and start talking about empowerment? Now he's blaming the coach. Or above the coach.
Well, I would blame the coach.
Let's get into that. I see you on the phone. We'll get to you. We'll take all your calls next.
People are unhappy today.
I got one more. There's a lot. I've been like sharpening my knife all night.
Let's save some of this content for this week, Joe.
I know.
What else are you going to talk about?
All I'm going to do is live shows every single night this week.
Pace yourself.
Full Joe shows.
Full Joe shows every night.
Calm down there, bud.
I think there was one other shot taken yesterday. Not a 3. Not on the court. Kind of on the court, but maybe from the coach to upper management. We'll do that next. And I see you guys lined up on the phone lines. Matt McCarthy's here. Ryan Garvin's back there. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Boston's home for sports. 98.5 The
free throws. Yeah, he had 34, 12, and 6.
See the reason they won?
I would say his return to the series was impactful.
Oh, it was the first thing Missoula pointed out last night. Well, what changed? Oh, yeah, no, Joel Embiid returned. What, game 4? Embiid was good last night. He was good.
I tip my... You know what?
I do, too.
He also said he hated losing.
Yep.
And wanted to win. And I like... The Celtics should be crushed for what happened.
Yeah.
Like... I don't love a lot of the Celtics coverage on 98.5 The Sports Zone. I'll be honest with you. But aren't losses like this the reason why people don't take them seriously? Aren't losses like this, even though they've won a championship, do you look at it and say, well, they front ran their way, didn't really have to play any clutch games, and Jaylen Brown played at an elite level with Jason Tatum, and they had a great roster. Like, Joe Missoula won a championship with a great roster.
I mean, how do you look at the last 4 years and say Joe Missoula is a positive for the Celtics? How do you do it?
Maybe regular season, keeps them in line, keeps them focused, different approach.
Great. Cool.
Yeah.
You got something out of Jordan Walsh in the regular season.
Yeah. You're down.
Awesome.
You're winning double digits in New York or even in Boston in game 2. You made no adjustments when they're just coming back on you, or you have no matchup for Karl Anthony Towns. He plays basketball, he coaches like a guard. And I think that he has problems with bigs or guys who play in the post. Mm-hmm. Which I don't like. Nick Nurse outcoached Joe Missoula
by far.
I crap on Nick Nurse because he's a defensive-minded coach who won a championship with Kawhi Leonard for Toronto, right? So I've always done the Nick Nurse, Toronto, it was all Kawhi kind of thing, Got fired, coach of the year, goes to the 76ers and just beats the Celtics. So now Nick Nurse, who won a championship before, is now elevated above Joe Missoula now.
Yeah, it's not that hard. Not that hard to be better at your job than Missoula.
Because Nick Nurse passed you.
Yeah, it's bad sign. Bad sign. No, I mean, Joe, you got to something there. Joe Missoula doesn't make adjustments. You're right. He has no interest in making adjustments because he's too stubborn. It's his greatest flaw. He's too stubborn. We do what we do, and that's going to get us to where we want to go. He said last night, something to the effect of, and I'll pull it up here. He said, pushing the right button gets linked to a positive result. Yes. Pushing the right button, making the right decision that leads to a positive result. Yes, Joe. Yeah, that's what I consider pushing the right button as a coach. Did you do something and did it work? Yes. So his attitude is, well, no, we do what we do and we're doing the process and the results are what the results are, which is exactly why they shoot 53s a night and some nights they fall and it's like, well, you see, this is the process and that's the result. And some nights they don't fall and they say, well, you know what? It is what it is. We shoot our shot and that's all you can do. You can just trust the process. You moron. No. That's not the way you coach winning basketball. You don't say, let's miss 9 shots in a row, 7 of them from 3. At some point, you change it up. At some point, you say, this isn't working. You don't want to play Neemias Queta because he's in foul trouble. Okay, that's fine. You got to put another big out there. Instead of, well, you know what, we're going to let Joel Embiid in the third quarter abuse smaller guys. Where you just look at it and you say, well, this is the process. It's what we do. No, you want to put a big in there to cover Embiid? Yes or no? You want to do that? You want to make an adjustment? You want to use your eyes and watch the game in front of you and coach basketball? Or do you just want to sit there with your arms crossed and say, this is what we do?
Do you think that Jaylen Brown covering Joel Embiid was what was best for the team?
No, it was not.
Now, do I credit Brown for taking on the opportunity and
yes,
taking on the challenge?
Yeah,
yes.
Because his coach is an idiot and doesn't want to put a big man on the floor? Yes.
But when we started the show, who did you say was who beat them late? It was Maxey. right? And Brown's not covering him.
Nope.
He's not covering Edgecombe, who's hitting big shots, right? It's just, it was bad.
It's bad coaching.
It was
bad
bad.
matchups.
And they didn't use who off the bench?
Vucevic.
When did they get Vucevic?
Deadline.
And they traded Simons for him, who's a 20-point game off the bench, who's done for the year now, who's damaged goods. So in the end, they traded damaged goods for Vucevic.
What are you getting at here?
I think Joe Missoula not playing Vucevic is a shot at Brad Stevens. I don't know where it's coming from. I wish I had more on the take. But I mean, we're watching this with the Red Sox right now, man.
He said it after the game. We wanted to take advantage of the roster we have.
Oh, where'd you hear that before?
Yeah, the roster is the roster.
We're in the middle of this Red Sox GM coach now smear campaign. How many times did Alex Cora, after a loss, say the roster was the problem?
Yeah,
and now the
first
coach
thing he
said
said
it?
last night. We are going to take advantage of the roster.
Have a different feel, and take advantage, of the roster that we've had, and and take advantage of the guys that can impact plays and whatnot. So,
my take didn't come from that quote, by the way. Now that I've said it, I'm doubling down on it.
Oh yeah,
now I'm going to die on the hill.
He took a shot at Stevens. He took a shot at the roster he had.
The roster is the roster.
The roster is the roster.
So Jaylen Brown upset and didn't know about Tatum not playing until minutes before the game.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like there's not enough empowerment for either him or somebody or somewhere. Empowerment, whatever. Maybe it's they changed the way they were playing. Maybe it's, I don't know, the decisions made from above. I don't know.
Joe, when the ship starts sinking, the rats go to the top.
So Jaylen Brown's upset, and I think they left him hung out to dry. That's my take. And now Vucevic doesn't play the entire game. He's a 7-footer, right? Last night he's 7 foot tall.
Sure.
Yeah. He's not the greatest defender. Don't get me wrong.
No, he's a traffic cone.
But he's 7 foot tall.
Yeah.
And he's a former All-Star. Can shoot. He's big. Did I say that again?
He's big. Yes.
He has long arms.
Joel Embiid, big.
And I'm sure Joel Embiid and Vucevic have probably played against each other before, right?
They have, yes.
I would assume.
Yes,
that.
In this series, yes.
How does a 7-footer that was acquired by Brad Stevens not play in a Game 7, but Ron Hoppe does?
How does Luka Garza play?
How does Luka Garza? Oh, do you want to know what they did in the second half to start the second half? They started Keita. So, two things here. The starting five that we keep laughing at, would they give up a 13-0 run or whatever it was?
Oh, yeah.
They were down 13.
And the game was over.
Basically.
Yeah.
So then to start the half, instead of going back to that, they went to Keita, who fouled immediately. And I don't know, was it Shireman? I don't even know who else was there. Yeah, the Shireman was still in the lineup and all that.
Me is Keita, Utah State University.
Yeah. What the hell happened last night?
Missoula lost his damn mind if he had it in the first place.
You know what? Where's Jeff Van Gundy? Remember when he was on the bench? They won a championship. Mm-hmm. Like, where was he?
You know, you hear from Celtics fans, oh, you want to fire Joe Missoula? Who would be better? Literally anybody else. Van Gundy. Any Van Gundy. Rip Van Winkle. Better. Andrew Van Ginkel. Linebacker of the, Minnesota Vikings? Better.
Van Ginkel.
Anybody.
Yes. And by the way, he is with the Clippers now.
He's the lead assistant coach.
They had a good year. I know they got bounced, but they had a good year.
How do you look at their style of play and say, no, it's good? No, they have it figured out.
To me, it sounds like one guy was left hung out to dry and called out management, and then the coach doesn't play the guy that was traded for, and then says the roster's the roster, which is a shot at Brad. So I don't know, Matt. Going forward, Joe Missoula and Jaylen Brown doesn't feel like their future is really locked in.
I'm worried they're going to let Missoula keep getting away with it. He's a Tatum guy. In the end, and we can blame Missoula all we want for their style of play, and we should, but Stevens has signed off on that. I think Missoula is the lead architect behind it, but I think Stevens obviously has signed off on it. So at what point does Stevens seize some power back and say, we're not going to play this way, and you're gone, and we're going to bring in somebody who's going to, coach a real basketball game instead of trying to prove a point? Joe Missoula coaches like he's trying to prove a point. It's a dangerous thing.
Ooh,
stubbornness.
We'll do this later. I have. Maybe we can do this. Maybe we can make like a nice little bed for it. I wrote why Joe Missoula should be fired, and I wrote 5 things.
Oh, you only have 5 things? Only 5 reasons you should fire his ass?
I stopped at 5.
Okay. You could have kept going.
I stopped at 5. Let's hear from the people.
Okay.
But we can do that in the next hour if you'd like. But yes, I think Vooch not playing shot at Brad. And we now have dysfunction. New ownership group came in, huh?
Oh, yeah. They love Joe. The wife loves Joe.
She's got that book.
Oh, she's got the book, all right.
Hump.
Yeah.
They just couldn't get over the hump down one now, though, huh?
I felt like I got humped by them last night.
What was it again? 3? 3?
Oh, you want it again?
Just one more time.
Final 5:02. Celtics missed 9 straight field goals. Missed 3. Kata fouled, went to the line. Missed 3. Brown missed from 2. Missed 3. And a missed 3. But no shot selection, no problems. Yeah, no issues there.
Oh, the 3-point people are. This is a day.
I love the one where it got kicked out to Derek White and he was wide open.
Yes,
no one around him, and he hitched the shot. I want to drive. I want to make an easier shot, but I feel like I'll get fired into the sun if I don't take this.
It was almost like in Field of Dreams, don't cross that foul line.
You're not invited.
Reggie Miller was openly going like, what are they doing right now?
Reggie Miller, a guy who made his life.
He's like, you're shooting too many threes, guys.
Yeah, Reggie Miller, like one of the all-time greatest 3-point shooters.
He's like, guys, what are you doing?
No, but it's funny. You are right about that. White got the ball like up faked, and then was like, oh, the kid crossed the line. Got to hitch my body a little bit.
Moonlight Graham, do I save this child? Or do I huck up a 3? Derek White was letting the kid choke to death. As the Celtics choke to death again.
I don't know why the Field of Dreams line came in my head, but it's true.
Hey, you were good.
They saw that 3-point line, and they were like,
can't cross it.
Ray, let me tell you about this game called basketball. You can shoot from 3. If you nail it, you get 3 points. Even if you're down 1, you should shoot it, Ray. But we can throw it inside or try to get fouled. We can try to get fouled. Maybe we get fouled at the line. Ray.
Basketball. Ray. People will come, Ray. They'll spend their hard-earned money.
The threes
sit
will
in the 300 sections.
Keep shooting the threes.
And watch you bomb away from 3 like you have no idea what you're doing.
Oh, yes.
If you shoot them, we will lose.
They spent $400 last night to watch the Bruins lose at home, and they came back again.
If you shoot them, you will lose.
Joe Missoula is the brother-in-law who doesn't believe.
You gotta sell. You gotta sell.
Sell now. Shoot the 3 now, or you'll lose the game.
Is this heaven? No, it's the end of the bench. I'm Nikola Vucevic. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm Ron Harper Jr.
Coming out of the cornfield. Wait a minute. That guy's still on the team?
That damn 3-point line. That damn 3-point line.
Joe Missoula would plow his own crops down. He would, just to prove a point.
You know what else today? Today is when the media game. I want to go back. Like now I pull up the media game. You hardo. You had to beat up on the media so they could take it easy on you for this. This is why. This is like. Do you think anybody was out there saying, "Hey, so you missed 9 threes in a row. How about not shoot threes? How about that?"
Third question to Missoula last night was something to the effect of, did you like that your guys came back from 18 down? How do you feel about like the team's fight? Oh, give me a break with that. Hey, Joe, why did you shoot 49 threes again, huh? How is that not the only question to Joe Missoula? Hey, Joe, your style of play stinks. Are you going to change eventually, or are you just going to keep doing this? Because this obviously doesn't work. He's a clear and present danger to the Celtics, Joe. He is.
He is now. He's almost like puts them at risk. He's now a risk.
Oh yeah,
Joe Missoula is now a risk. Man, that damn 3-point line though, huh? That white shot. I remember it. Like it didn't sink at the time. You know,
what are you doing?
he feels like Derek White's like, I'm a smart player. I have the highest plus minus in the league. Highest plus minus in the league. You know how many people have told me that this year about Derek White?
Well, he was a -6 last night, which was, by the way, the best in the starting five. Again, your starting five of Garza, White, Brown, Harper, and Shireman.
How'd Shireman do? I'm a Shireman guy. I like all these guys.
He brought down some rebounds.
How many points did he have?
Oh, that would be 0.
So wait, how many starters had 0 points?
3.
How does he keep his job?
What an idiot.
How?
What a moron.
I for the rest of the show, I need to know how Joe Missoula keeps his job today. Instead of us saying he needs to be fired, right? Like, clearly, Matt, I think there might need to be a change.
Might.
Like, I just said he's a risk, right? Like, they can't empower him anymore. Sorry, Jalen. They can't empower Joe Missoula anymore. They can't empower him anymore.
That is a combined, Joe, 35 minutes from Garza, Harper, and Shireman. 0 points.
0 points.
0 for 6 from 3.
So
0 for 7 from the field.
So White had 26, Brown had 33. Surprisingly, Keita had 17. I didn't know that.
Well, Keita was good. He just got into foul trouble again.
Keita 17 and 12. Not a bad night. Yeah.
Yep.
Pritchard was the other guy in double digits. So no one else. So the only people who scored points for the Celtics yesterday.
5 players.
Were White, Brown, Hauser, Keita, and Pritchard.
Garza, goose egg. Harper, goose egg. Shireman, 0. Walsh, 0. Ugo, 0. I thought Ugo was good defensively, though. I will give him that.
He actually was. Maxey hit one in his face. I looked at Maxey and I went, holy smokes, what an incredible player. So wait a second. White, Brown, Hauser, Keita, Pritchard were the only ones to score. Why didn't they start?
Oh, because the coach is an idiot.
Am I asking a tough question here? Opening night, what was the starting five?
I'd have to go back and look.
I think it was Keita, Brown, White,
Pritchard,
and Hauser.
I think it probably was. But no, let's overthink it completely. And let's prove a point with this starting lineup.
I apologize for everybody listening. I have a tough time making sense of things sometimes.
The opening lineup against the Philadelphia 76ers, by the way. Sam Hauser, Neemias Queta, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Peyton Pritchard.
Wow.
They lost by 1 point.
Yeah. So just again, it's me. This is a wicked Joe problem right now. I'm having trouble having it make sense for me right now. So every time I keep bringing it up, I still am not understanding.
You're asking a question. Normally, they say in radio you shouldn't ask questions that you don't have the answers to, but I think it's really appropriate to ask the question because none of us seem to have the answers.
So the 5 guys who scored didn't start.
That's right. Yep.
But
they started game 1
of the
year. But game 7 is like, you know what?
Philadelphia.
What the hell? Let's give it a shot. How do you look at this lineup? And I mean, you either laugh or cry. I'm choosing to laugh, Joe.
By the way, I really like this exchange from Joe Missoula last night at the press conference.
So what do you want?
I want them to stop looking to me for answers, begging me to speak again, write again, be a leader. I want them to start thinking for themselves, and I want my privacy.
Tomorrow's May the 4th, right?
It is.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, it is funny using Field of Dreams, though, in that damn line.
Can't cross it.
So I'm going to move on now. But I just want everyone to know that it's not making sense to me that the 5 guys who scored did not start. And I'm gonna get over it now. I'm gonna move past.
I don't suggest you do, Joe. I suggest you keep this and you hold it against them forever.
I'm gonna try to make sense of it, but we're now over 90 minutes in, and it still just doesn't make sense.
It does make my
Creighton University. Ron Harper Jr. Rutgers.
Rutgers. You went to Rutgers, Joe, not St. John's. Killer program, Rutgers.
Sure, yeah.
Can't believe that was their starting 5.
He defended it last night, too. Of course he did.
Is Maz going to be back tomorrow?
Yeah, he's back.
Oh. Because he usually is pretty, smart.
Yeah, cerebral guy.
Yeah.
We don't have many of those here.
Maz just, when you do something, he knows why you did it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's afternoon show is going to be Maz and Michael Hawley.
Oh.
That is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Two really smart guys.
Right.
Who are going to try to figure this out.
I don't think, listen, I think you could get a group of Mensa people. I don't think they'd be able to figure this out. But by the way, Joe, speaking of programming tomorrow, I'm sure, the midday show, given their strong relationship with Joe Missoula, I'm sure they can't wait to cover this. Yet another coach story that our friends on the midday program, I'm sure, are just ready to really dive into.
Yeah, wonder when they have dinner scheduled.
Yeah,
I
wonder what Zoe wants to say about Joe Missoula tomorrow.
So I had a take the other night about. I said Joe Missoula's job is on the line. I said it. I was very animated when I said it, so a lot of the other shows played it, of course. And Beetle didn't agree with my take. And I'm wondering if Beetle watched the game and saw the starting lineup. And then saw who the only guys who scored were. And would agree with me that the coach's job now is on the line.
Luka Garza, University of Iowa.
Did not.
Oh, you can't. I mean, again, you don't want to say that about the guy you break bread with. Can't have that happen.
So Joe, find out 20 minutes before the game, Tatum's not playing. What was your best lineup? Luka Garza.
I want them to stop looking to me for answers.
Yes. Okay, Joe. God. How did the 76ers almost gave him the game? They were down. What were they up, 20? Were they up 18 or 20?
18 in the third.
And the Celtics know what they did. They dribble, and it worked. That whole little dribble to the basket thing worked because they would find Keita on an alley-oop or they lay up or they hit a couple of threes here and there. Do we know what the percentage was? I'm
the Celtics
under 30.
Oh yeah, no, it was 27%.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, every single one of the games they lost in this series, they shot under 30% from three.
And the 76ers shot 39%.
Well, I mean, again, but Joe, it's not the shots you make, it's the shots you take. Remember, 3-point attempts, the most important stat in basketball. Not the number of ones you make. No, forget about that because that's we're not in a results-based business. We're in a process-based business. Don't you get it?
Oh, the process?
Yeah, no, trust the process.
Oh, wait a second. Hang on. The process?
Yeah, the process. That's what he said.
Has the 76ers process now worked?
No.
No,
it hasn't.
I just wanted to make sure.
No, but again, as Joe Missoula said last night, pushing the right button gets linked to a positive result.
Well, I don't think you pushed the right button then.
Well, he said that like too often saying that you push the right button gets linked to a positive result. And his argument is making the right decision it doesn't matter what the result is, just make the right decision, which is a really brilliant way to deflect all criticism whatsoever. Well, I made the right decision. The result doesn't really matter with it. Then how do we judge whether or not it's the right decision, Joe? You're philosophical and all that.
Again, I'll ask people because I did not take any of the calls that I promised. We can do that next. But just if Joe Missoula is going to keep his job, I would like someone to explain to me why. I would like that.
Oh, he's got a 728 winning percentage, Joe. Haven't you heard?
Oh, have you heard Coach of the Year?
Sure. Yeah.
That's the kiss of death. You get Coach of the Year, you're next.
I loved you. Michael going up to Fredo.
Yeah.
God, I just kissed this mic. That's a terrible idea.
All right.
Mouthwash here.
Let's break, everybody. We'll regroup because I'm still trying to figure it out, and I think you all are now too. We'll break. I see you guys on the phone lines. Matt McCarthy's here. Ryan Garvin back there doing God's work. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Boston's home for sports. 98.5.
Yeah, Big Daddy teaches the kid how to pee. And he asked the guy, what would you like to eat? And he goes, how about a sausage muffin with hash browns?
He had a 5-year plan.
And then they were upset when they got to the McDonald's that it was 10 o'clock, not 10:30. Which, that has happened to me a couple of times. You ever go in and they're like, oh, we're not serving breakfast anymore. And it's like, I can't eat a cheeseburger right
Joe
now.
starts crying and someone goes, did somebody get this man a Happy Meal?
Well, Joe Missoula and the Celtics were the sad meal last night. Let's just knock out calls, Matt, because I can't. I'm still trying to figure it out. Kenny G's in Atlanta. Hi, Kenny G.
Yo, listen, I appreciate y'all taking the call, and I want to tell you this. One of the things with growth in life with me is this. I always feel like talking life is like basketball shouldn't change. Here's what I'll explain to you about Joe Missoula. He has a gene that Bill Belichick has. They're willing to lose their way versus win someone else's way. Joe Missoula is really at the heart and soul of the Celtics' losses. Think about this. Spoelstra, Nurse, and Thibodeau have outcoached him, okay? Because they are willing to make adjustments or say this, we're just going to let them make the mistakes. So for him to keep his job, I think he would be on the clock, say, this time next year. Like, in other words, he'll be more watched. But this is a guy that has to be willing to make adjustments and change who he is. And I'm not sure if I think he'll die on a sword versus making them changes. But it's him. He has to change a philosophy. He really does. And I hope that Brad and them really come to that conclusion. If not, insanity. Doing the same things over and over and expecting a different result.
I think he's right.
Totally right. He wants to prove a point. It's not about winning or losing. It's about proving a point. Again, a coach who says, pushing the right button often gets linked to a positive result, and he says that negatively. Like, you're wrong for saying that, well, the right decision or the wrong decision, leads to a good or a bad result. No, he's so committed to doing things his way, he doesn't want to win if it's not doing it the way he wants to do it. He's too effing stubborn.
That's why
it's his greatest flaw.
That's why he's a risk.
Yes, he is a danger to the Boston Celtics, is what he is.
Will's in Boston. Will.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm definitely defeated here. I mean, it felt like Game 2, we started playing this ISO ball and ISO and dump for three and take bad threes, which is how we lost last year. Back to 2024 when we won, Tatum and Brown, we took a lot of threes, but they were playing off each other. They were attacking, and it led to quality threes for other guys, and things were falling. And all year this year, without Tatum, they played that style, it felt like. And even when he came back, they played that style. And then it was like Game 2, they weren't. Something just flipped, and they went back to this just terrible style of basketball. I mean, it sounds like, after honestly listening, it was probably Missoula who told him to keep shooting these threes like that. But it's like I can't figure out why we stopped playing the style of basketball that got us a 2 seed. We beat the Thunder late in March. I was there. It was a great game. They shot 43s, but they played a great style of basketball that night. And I don't know. We need to tweak some things, but I'm defeated. I'm bummed out, and I'm frustrated that we abandoned what has worked all year.
Agreed. Empowerment is the word that we'll use on that one. The big buzzwords when you work at a company.
Oh, yeah, corporate. Yeah.
Evolve or die. That was one I got once at a work company.
Well, Joe chooses to die. I don't know if he chose to die.
He actually had a quote. I'll find it. It was very weird.
What, an old boss of yours? Or
no, Joe Missoula had one. It was like, maybe I have it right here.
Oh, duality?
It was, Too many times it's all about winning. Winning.
I mean, it is professional sports. Yes, you're right. Yeah.
You have to surrender to the idea that when you're going after that, you're going to fail. We fail by not winning, but we stick to the process of being able to do that.
Too many times, it's all about winning, but you have to surrender to the idea if when you're going after that, you're going to fail. And we've failed by not winning, but we stick to the process of being able to do that. But I think that's just kind of the duality of how things work. It's not an either or thing. It's both and you feel both of those things.
Breslow?
Jesus Christ!
Yes, and no.
So bad.
So wait,
it's hot and cold.
So wait a second. Now I need to understand that quote.
No, Joe, you know what that is? You talk about corporate America. That's the guy you bring in to pump up your sales staff.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah?
That's the guy who speaks at a conference. And, it's like, well, sometimes, results are tied to, winning and losing. No, this is really about the process. And I'm going to make you feel better. I'm going to get you out there selling more. Yes, it is about winning. It's professional sports.
Too many times, it's all about winning.
Yes, you coach the Boston Celtics. You don't coach an 11-year-old
Providence team.
Yes, whatever it is. This is not the Catholic League.
And get Dell's lemonade after.
We don't go out for ice cream, win or lose. This is not Little League, Joe.
Catholic Suburban League, we get Cabots and Newton.
That's what you do. He'd
on Monday, though.
He'd inspire a whole bunch of 11-year-olds. That's that type of coaching.
Oh my God!
So it's all about winning. Yeah, you see the 18 banners up there. You are the Boston Celtics. Now I know the Celtics have won 2 banners in the last 40 years. Okay, but that is what this is about. You are coaching Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. It is NBA Finals or bust, dude.
We'll play that one again later. What's the hour? Who's the hour brought to us by? Because they deserve every day.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Yeah. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off your drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people.
Yeah, they got every dime out of that one. That was an hour right there, Matt.
Sure was.
That was I did the starting lineup, the Field of Dreams line, and winning. Duality.
Too many times, it's all about winning.
But you have to surrender to the idea that you're also going to fail.
But you have to surrender to the idea if you're gonna when you're going after that, you're gonna fail.
Well, you know what? White flag, hands up, man. I give in. I give in to the Joe Missoula experience. That's take me now.
With quotes like that, we can't fire him.
No,
it's too fun.
Okay. I have my top 5 reasons to fire Joe Missoula.
Again, only 5.
5? Come up with your 5. Brian, you come up with 5 too.
Okay.
And you know what, callers, you can too. We'll go to break. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Boston's home for sports. 98.5.
The list would be 5 reasons. 5, just 5 reasons why Joe Missoula should no longer be the coach of the Celtics. So I don't know if you've got your list. We don't have to do it now, but let's do it on the next break. But I already have mine. I'd like to hear your guys as well. There's a lot of people who want to talk, so let's hear from them. Let's start with Vinny in Providence. Vinny.
Hey guys, big fan of both you guys. So the obvious thing with Missoula, I'm not even going to spend any time on. He's not the right guy for this job. He made it obvious. He's not the right coach. Maybe he's not even ready for the NBA. The other thing is, guys, I'm so disappointed with Tatum last night. Knee soreness, okay? Would you ever see an old school Celtic not playing a Game 7 because of soreness? I mean, this guy, the faces on the bench and then hugging Embiid at the end of the game, all smiles. He should have walked into the coach's office, the GM, the trainer, put his uniform on no matter what anybody said, and walked out on that basketball court and gave it a shot. I was just blown away that Tatum let the fans down, his teammates down, and we are suckers. These athletes do not care about us. And I finally realized that. We are suckers, guys, and it's a shame the money that's spent game after game, going to these games, trying to take your family, sitting up in the 300s where you barely can't even see. You can't even see the game going on. They're like ants down there. And Tatum last night just sold out everyone, and he should have gave it a shot.
So I can't believe it's taken you this long to realize that athletes don't care about you. Of course they don't care about you. They care about themselves, as they should. And by the way, athletes shouldn't care about you in the end. That being said, I don't put any of that on Jason Tatum, Joe. I don't. That's an organizational decision that he didn't play last night. That's not Jason Tatum. You know, say what you will about Jason Tatum. He does post. He plays more than just about any star player in the NBA. So I have a hard time thinking the guy who wants to play in New Orleans on a Monday night doesn't want to play Game 7. I just have a hard time thinking that.
Guy's coming off a major surgery. Like, he's an investment, right? He worked really hard to come back. You think he really wanted to sit out Game 7?
No.
Like, you're not going to hear me call him soft or, you know, there have been players who've missed Game 7s before, right? I mean, I'm trying to think of, did Kyrie? No.
Yeah, he had the nose job.
Kyrie, he wasn't here, yeah. Do you think they should have put him in uniform?
Who?
Like, if Tatum wasn't going to play, it doesn't matter, right?
No, it doesn't matter.
Why
are you going to play games with it?
Well, they technically did play games with it.
Well, right. The injury report, he's going to play. Oh, no, sorry, no, he's not going to play.
Do you know that I think our very own Jake pushed back on Missoula about playing, and he goes, why you ask me questions about playing? He's playing. And then we find out, half hour before the game?
He's not playing. He never was playing. I'll be honest, Joe, after Game 6, calf injury, and I know they're saying knee soreness, it's tied into the fact that they don't want him to tear another Achilles. Obviously.
He might as well just take some time off right now.
Yeah.
Like, go to Cancun.
Well, they're going there.
Get that umbrella drink. You know, that's what I like. Anytime I'm on vacation, just give me the drink with the umbrella. Not a paper straw, though. Out on those. I know it's good for the...
Hot day, that's a problem.
I don't like them.
Cold day, fine, whatever. Hot day,
Chuck's in Brighton. Chuck.
Hey, what's up, Joe? So I was talking with my friend last night after the game, and I told him, you know, I'm not watching this team again until they fire Joe Missoula. And he said to me, well, it looks like you're not going to be watching this team for a long time. And I'll tell you why they're not going to fire Joe Missoula, and that's because the big PE, private equity, they care about their bottom line first and foremost. You can see that by the moves in the offseason, by the moves in the trade deadline. If we fire Joe Missoula, then guess what? We got to pay his contract, and there's no way Bill Chisholm and the hand that feeds is going to do that. So thanks, guys.
I think he's spot on about that. Not to mention, too, Chisholm's wife loves Joe Missoula. So how do you go home and say, honey, I just fired the guy you really like? That's tough.
Hey, this
how do you
nothing to do with this. I mean, some of her money does. That's where things get private equity. I have some solutions. Doesn't mean they're going to do them. So we have why he should be fired and solutions coming up. But people have been holding all day, so let's get everybody out of the way here. We got Joe in Medfield. Joe.
Hey, guys. I think when we're talking about why Missoula deserves to be fired, it is sort of a pattern where that's 3 times, 2023 last year to this year, where the team has lost to a vastly inferior opponent strictly by relying on three-pointers. And if you watch last night, the man doesn't adjust. We played 6 games of drop coverage on Tyrese Maxey, who torched us. Last night, they finally moved away from the drop coverage, but you start a lineup that had played 0 minutes together, which leads to essentially a 9-0 run to start the game. Brown's throwing the ball out of bounds. And if you look at the Sixers, who are coached by Nick Nurse, who's no one's idea of some great basketball mastermind, they ran a cohesive offense, and he really beat the pants off Missoula. Like, these quotes are great. They're funny. On the floor, the man's essentially useless. It's very disappointing. And I do wonder if the ownership's going to look at this and Brad Stevens and say, this is a pattern. This isn't a one-off. This is the 3rd time this has happened. Curious for your thoughts on that.
Yeah, well, a couple of things. He didn't use any challenges. Before the half, did you notice that they had a chance, there was a turnover or whatever. He could have challenged it, which would have, or he could have called a timeout to set up a play.
Well, he doesn't do that.
He doesn't do that.
He doesn't do that.
In the game before, game 6, he took a timeout and ran an out of bounds play, and it was a turnover.
How about the challenge they actually had last night? He challenged it, then tried to unchallenge it.
What the hell?
He looks real in control there.
What the hell was that? What I saw, I actually didn't know what happened. And then it just came to the point where I was like, all right, game on.
That makes you and Joe Missoula, who didn't know what the hell happened.
I want you to know that it's really easy to come on the radio and just say, the coach should be fired, let's move on. I feel like the way we're presenting it today is, this is what happened. We have the facts, the quotes.
Mm-hmm. Too many times. It's all about winning. But
yes, I would like it if there was a little more winning going on, Joe. I wouldn't complain about that. I don't know about you.
You know what? Okay. I don't want to waste the prime of Tatum and Brown anymore. That's why I want to fire Missoula. And that's not one of my reasons.
But what are your reasons?
We'll do that on the other side. Let's take a break.
Okay.
Take a break. 5 reasons. We could do 5 calls says it all, too, if you'd like. We haven't done that in a long time. 5 calls says it all. Reasons why Joe Missoula should be fired next here on the Sports Hub.
Boston's home for sports. 98.5.
no longer be the coach of the Boston Celtics. And for those joining us on YouTube tonight, thank you. Tonight. Why do I keep saying tonight? Because I work.
Because you're the night show host, Joe.
That there's no more games anymore.
Good luck, man.
No more games.
Good luck. Have a great summer. Dude, it's May 3rd. They're done.
The Red Sox
Bruins. Done. Red Sox done. Bruins done. As a quick aside on the Red Sox, you mentioned the Trevor Story thing off the air.
Yeah.
Cedon Rafaela.
Want to talk about it real quick?
You know, who's out of the lineup today? Trevor Story.
So I'm going to paraphrase because you probably saw it. I read about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw the replay. So fly ball to the outfield.
Ball off the wall.
Off the wall. Rafaela catches it. Throws it in the second. But you're supposed to, again, I learned this in Parkway Little League. You're supposed to straddle the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Straddle.
Yeah.
And sometimes on a deep throw to the outfield, you would have your right foot on the outer edge of the bag to give a swoop tag.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe if you're watching. So, kind of like a first baseman at first. But normally you straddle the bag. Or a ball down from the catcher, you straddle.
Right.
But depending... He was a little further out than the straddle or foot on the bag.
Yeah,
would you say?
He was closer to the center field wall. He was not directly on the bag or over the bag. Which, okay, fundamentally, we can have a debate about.
Okay.
The issue is, he doesn't really make an effort to tag the runner.
Yep. And what did Rafaela do?
Rafaela had a problem with that. Just took an outfield assist away because Trevor Story lollygagged it. He dogged it, is what he did.
I don't think Rafaela is a confrontational person. Do you?
No. Did you see him last year when Wilyer Abreu kept trying to kill him in Yankee Stadium? I mean, he gave him a look, but didn't confront the guy at all.
So the center fielder who can play second, who has played second, and probably has a cohesion, is that or at least has a I'm not a relationship. Mm-hmm. Has a working partnership with Trevor Story?
Yeah. They are teammates.
Maybe they have some friction.
Well, yeah. And Chad Tracy basically said that today. Said, that's going to be worked out between those two. But who's out of the lineup today? Trevor Story. Rightfully so. Because Trevor Story was in the wrong again. The most entitled. You want to talk about maybe Jaylen Brown being entitled? The most entitled athlete in Boston, Trevor Story. That guy's a bum's bum.
So, yes.
That's all I want to say about it.
Yeah. Long story short, is Cedon Rafaela tried to throw somebody out at second.
Trevor Story didn't really give a damn.
Didn't really do his job.
Yep.
Was out of position. Fundamentally wrong.
Yep.
Rafaela went, bro,
what the hell's wrong with you? That should be an outfield assist.
It was very public. I saw it. They were losing. They lost. Mm-hmm. And then Chad Tracy today said that they are what?
Yeah, they're working it out.
Oh, so much that your ass is on the bench, Trevor Story.
That's right, yeah.
While I'm on this, because we're going to do our five things that Joe was...
Story and Rafaela are handling that between themselves. They'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rafaela says, hey, man.
Water under the bridge. Yeah. Those two will take care of it.
Rafaela's a better shortstop.
One's in the lineup, the other isn't.
Rafaela's a better shortstop than Story right now.
You're a better shortstop than Trevor Story right now.
Well, at least I know how to work the bag.
You do. You understand fundamentally.
If a ball, even at 44 years of age and over 350 pounds, 375 to be exact, and it was a little higher than that years ago, I could still straddle the bag if you need me to, or stand on it, or I could fundamentally get that play. Now, I could try to tag him. It could be my ability that's not good. But I would.
Well, don't worry, Trevor Story doesn't have that either.
Yes, but fundamentally, I would get that right. I great brain for the game. Told you we need a whiteboard in here. I know we have a big board back there. I'm not going to pull it Sunday. I'm not pulling that thing in. Maybe tomorrow night I'll make the court and I'll look up a couple of Peyton Pritchard plays. I'm not crapping on Pritchard. I'm not, because he did get into the paint. It was like a little mouse.
You watching Lombardi do like the pulling guard exercise on the whiteboard? Yep. Here's Joe breaking down Pritchard dribbling into the house.
Pritchard, you ever see like a mouse just run real quick?
Yep.
And then he's just gone. You don't see him anymore. Pritchard would just run into the paint And he would look for the layup, but he didn't get it, and then he would just come right back out. Yes, dribble. Into the paint. Nothing there. Up fake. Pass it back to him. Dribble. I wish I could John Madden this. Did you ever see Madden in what's the Shane Falco movie called? Replacements?
Yes.
When he's like, well, if you saw what he did here, and then he did this, and then Falco scores.
I mean, I don't know, Joe. It's going to take real significant brain power to break down the genius of the Joe Missoula offense.
All right. 5 reasons, Matt. Do you want to go first?
Sure. I guess you want to start with the offense. Number 1, 3-pointers. Enough is enough. I can't keep doing this. I don't need to break it down more than that. So that's the number 1 reason he needs to go. Number 2, and again, these are in no particular order. That starting lineup last night was a fireable offense. I don't know how after Philly scores 13 points right away. I don't know how Brad Stevens does not walk down from the suite, fire him on the spot, and coach the team from there on out. Like back in the day when Red would come down from the stands after Tommy got kicked out of the game. Yeah. I don't know how that's not Brad Stevens coming down from the stands. Oh my God, that's Brad Stevens' music. And Missoula gets fired on the bench in that exact same spot. Yeah. Number 3, too stubborn, won't change, won't adapt, actively hurts the team. Number 4, and this is just more of a me thing, he acts like he's the smartest guy in the room. Here's a life tip for you, Joe. The guy who acts like the smartest guy in the room is never, ever the smartest guy in the room. And number 5, it's the comments we heard earlier. He had just admitted to us that winning isn't everything. The process is more important than winning. I don't want the head coach of the Boston Celtics. Saying, you know what, winning doesn't really matter. It's about the process.
I hated Rick Pitino. But he made all those trades to try to win. It just didn't work.
The attitude in this town sucks, Joe.
It does. It does. But
Joe's got an attitude.
Hey, you know what? Pitino, though, made it further this year than Joe Missoula. I think about that for a second.
It's not a good sign.
Ryan Garvin, I like you burning down the house. Is that the song that you're going to play it in?
Yeah, I got.
Whatever reasons why you would.
We might have some overlap between Matt and myself. Reason number 1. Starting Ron Harper Jr. in a must-win Game 7. Reason number 2, starting Luka Garza in a must-win Game 7. Reason number 3, using phrases like impacting our intentionality, which is just BS. It doesn't mean anything. Reason number 4, starting Baylor Shireman in a must-win Game 7. Reason number 5, you can do better than Joe Missoula as your head coach.
Those are pretty solid. Mine, I wrote these this morning. As I was in my car. Number 1.
You wrote them while you were driving.
Well, I was parked.
Okay.
But I was in my car.
All right. Good.
Number 1. 3.
May have written half my headlines while I was driving. So.
3 eliminations. 2 of them in Game 7s. 1 title. Because in the NBA, 1 title doesn't mean anything anymore. Right? How many guys won? The Big 3 won 1 title. 1 title means nothing to me anyway. Now, it's better than Charles Barkley never winning one or Karl Malone or any of those guys. But they're still highly regarded, even though they never won championships. But winning 1, it's almost like it doesn't... Winning 1 isn't enough anymore.
How do you feel about Nick Nurse? Do you feel like he's a great coach?
I think... No, because he won 1.
Yeah.
Mike Budenholzer, I'm just thinking Budenholzer won 1.
Yeah.
He's fired. He's not even working.
You feel good about that guy?
I mean, Doc Rivers won 1. That's what I'm trying to say. There are guys that did Mike Brown win more than 1? Who won with the Lake?
I thought it was
Mike Brown.
I thought it was Frank Vogel.
It was Vogel. Where is he now? It's making my point. Coach of the year? You're doomed.
Top assistant.
How many coaches
of Dallas Mavericks?
How many coaches of the year have been fired the year they win Coach of the Year? It has happened before.
It's crazy. So, anyways,
Bickerstaff, right? A few years ago in Cleveland.
JB Bickerstaff. He might be the coach of the year this year for the Pistons.
One coach of the year with the Cavs.
They could lose tonight.
Yeah,
they could lose tonight.
Yep.
Now, is anybody going to get on Franz Wagner for not playing in a Game 7 tonight? You're going to hear that in Orlando? Franz Wagner. He's soft. Can't play in a Game 7. He's hurt, dude. Number 1, 3 eliminations, 1 title. 2, 3-point analytics, just like you guys. 3, in-game adjustments.
None.
4, stubbornness. 5, wasting the prime of the Jays. Let me give you an example. I went to WrestleMania, right? And I was at Allegiant Stadium, which is like a state-of-the-art stadium. And we
Taj Mahal, so I've heard.
Yeah, we have unbelievable seats. Cushions, right? When you open up the it's like a, middle console.
Yep.
There's popcorn and candy inside it.
That's great.
And they have
That's
chargers for your phone. So it's like you have this like amazing seat. So you would think this whole amazing seat, maybe you could adjust it, right? Maybe let it lean back or your feet could go up.
No.
That's Joe Missoula.
He's the movie theater seat that doesn't adjust anymore.
The Allegiant Stadium seat. It has everything, right? It's got it all, but it doesn't adjust. The seat doesn't adjust. That's Missoula.
You look at it and you're like, oh, wow, I can't wait. I am going to have the greatest 6 hours of the day. And then
where's why can I move?
Maybe it's over here on the other side. Maybe I got to reach under it like I'm driving a 1998 Honda Civic. No, I can't adjust it.
So again, I'm trying to give you guys things that are relatable. Again, great seat. Huge. Fit me. It was awesome. No adjustments. And that's Joe Missoula, everybody. How do you think we nailed them? Or are we missing it? We only did 5 each.
Joe, we could keep going and going and going and going and going. And you know what? We will, because there will be nothing else to talk about between now and Patriots training camp. So keep piling, and because they're not going to fire him. I guarantee you they're not going to fire him, but they should.
All right, let's talk to Joe in the car. Joe.
Winning is more important than the process, Joe Missoula. What are you saying here? Like, what you should do is get on a flight, go back to Egypt where you spent 3 months.
He did go there though, right?
He did.
Yeah. Did that help him adjust?
No.
Did his seat adjust on the plane?
Maybe.
I thought he was going somewhere down a bad hole.
What is that, a Patriots plane? Like, what type of plane are we talking about?
The seatbelts or the ashtrays, right? Is that what that is? Chris is in Shirley. Hi, Chris. Hey, Chris, you're on the air, buddy.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about how not adapting. I got stuck in the car yesterday. Unfortunately, wasn't able to watch Game 7, but I do remember right before the half, they closed the gap, and I remember hearing that they didn't take any threes during that gap. And I just didn't understand why he couldn't stick with that.
I don't either. They were down 18 points. I actually am kind of curious how many threes they hit during that run. But again, it was dribble. They
went to the basket a lot. There were a lot of and ones in there.
There were.
Because that's,
right.
Again, winning basketball. But they don't believe in that.
Roger in Revere. Roger.
Hey, guys. Great show. Hey, I'm going to say something, and I'll explain it at the end. I nicknamed Joe Missoula a meteorologist, but I'm going to tell you that in the end. What he reminds me of is, if you remember the movie The Natural, when they were losing every game, they brought in the psychiatrist.
Oh, yeah.
Said,
losing is a disease.
Losing is a disease, like the bubonic plague. But there's a cure. That's Joe Missoula. The reason I call him a meteorologist is because it's the only job on this planet you can be wrong the majority of the time and keep your job.
Yes. Kind of like sports betting.
Like Charlie McAvoy.
Oh, yeah. We didn't get to him yet, did we?
He's the majority of a problem, and he thinks he's great. Like Michael Connell did during the 70s and 80s, and Glenn Wesley did in the 80s and 90s. Charlie McAvoy is a disaster. I wouldn't trade him for anything because nobody will give you anything for him.
Well, he brought it up, but he was slewfoot. It was dirty. It was dirty.
He was tripped.
I would just like to say that he was tripped.
Brad Marchand slew-footed people.
It was bad. It was bad.
It wasn't great. That trip was not great. Okay. I would not feel good about that.
Okay. Instead of one of his teammates coming over to, say, "Hey man, that's my guy," slap hands. What does Charlie McAvoy do? Matt McCarthy.
Well, it tries to decapitate him.
But what happened when he swung?
Well, he missed.
Stick?
What could be more Charlie McAvoy than I'm going to try and take this guy's head off? Whoop! I missed.
Good. It's actually kind of a good thing that he missed.
Oh, no, it's a very good thing that he missed. But
good thing he missed.
I mean, again, you can either laugh or cry about it, Joe. You can say, I mean, yeah, you probably shouldn't be doing that. I don't like that. I agree. We shouldn't be swinging hockey sticks at each other.
No.
But you do have to laugh at the absurdity of Charlie McAvoy, who was a -6 in this series, once again comes up small and short for the team again. And he has an opportunity. Joe, he has an opportunity to land one. What does he do? Swing and a miss.
See, in uncomfortable situations, I love to laugh. I don't know what it is. That one, though, after the game, like they lost, I was like, McAvoy, bush league.
He can't even name a guy correctly. No, bush league.
It was
total bush league.
He got tripped.
Yeah.
He retaliated poorly. He's going to be suspended.
He should be suspended.
I'm out on that one.
I'm out on McAvoy in general. I'm out on his play. I'm out on his attitude. He certainly is no captain.
Contract. $9.5 million.
Terrible contract. He's not what you need him to be. He is overrated, overpaid, overhyped.
He's McAverage.
I don't feel good about it. How can you feel good about Charlie McAvoy as a Bruins fan right now, moving forward?
Do you know what is another thing about McAvoy, just to bring it up? He looks amazing when he plays for Team USA or the World Classic or whatever. All
yeah, and Majori's made this good point. It's like, yeah, because you're not asking him to be your best player. Which, at $9.5 million, you're asking him to be your best defenseman. So if Charlie McAvoy's your fourth or fifth best guy, great. If he's anything more than that, uh-oh.
So, again, I crushed him post-game and all the hockey hardos. You don't know hockey.
Right.
You don't know hockey.
Right.
Sure.
Yep.
No, I actually am more upset also that none of the Bruins came to his aid.
Which tells you everything you need to know about McAvoy and his leadership. Because if that's a real team captain who gets tripped, slew-footed into the boards, however you want to describe it, you got four other guys waiting to beat that guy down.
I can't remember who it was. Was it Geeky or Pasternak at one point got hit late? And Zadorov right away was like, "You're going down, bro." I don't.
Oh, was it Swayman in the crease?
It was it was something to that degree.
It was
Zadorov,
and I think it was Zach Benson again, and he jabbed because they've been doing that all series. But Zadorov grabbed him and planted him.
And Janot should be one of those guys too. Again, playing on the fourth line, how much does he make? The McAvoy thing really needs to be looked at as he got tripped, he retaliated, he almost swung a stick at somebody, he also missed, which is like laughable. He should be suspended. He will be suspended. He'll be fined. And again, the Bruins are going to go another year potentially without a captain. And although do I think they had a successful season? Yes.
Yeah, by the standard of the roster entering the year, of course. Yes.
They no-showed at home once again.
0-3 in the playoffs. They had, the best record in home in hockey this year?
And they just no-showed in multiple games at home. And the McAvoy thing, though, for a successful season, that one really put a damper for me on the year. Like, McAvoy took multiple pucks to the face this year, played through it, played hard, drank out of a straw for I don't know how long. I respect all that. I don't respect anybody literally trying to hit somebody intentionally with a stick. That is poor leadership, poor composure. Like we get on Duran for his stuff, right? Like it happens. People are going to say stuff, but he's still in a moment can't have the correct mentality. McAvoy still, right, in a big situation, did not have the correct mentality.
Is his response, and is that 100% because he got tripped / slew-footed into the boards? And the answer is no, Joe. The answer is, I know I just played like crap in this series again.
I'm a sore loser.
I can't handle the fact that I was one of the primary reasons the game-winning goal happened in this game. I can't handle it. I'm going to let my emotions get the better of me again. And now I'm going to go and swing my stick at this guy. It's his frustration boiling over. You can't have that type of person as your leader. Again, it's the same thing as Jarren Duran. If Jarren Duran is your leader, you've got a problem. If Charlie McAvoy is your leader, you've got a problem, which is why they didn't name him captain.
Yep.
Sturm recognized it. Problem is, you don't have a captain on this roster. Closest thing you probably have to it is Zadorov, and that's not great.
Yeah, that's not great.
You can't have Zadorov be your captain.
Guy who leads the league in penalties.
That
Well, look at
can't be
Marchand. Look at Marchand. It didn't work. Marchand's a great player, and he is a leader. He's a leader.
But
Not
a different
captain.
type of leader.
Yeah.
You can wear an A, but you can't wear the C.
That one had to be discussed. I know we're doing Celtics basketball and all that.
Charlie McAvoy is the big winner today with the Celtics going out the way they did.
So is it Mike Vrabel?
Mike Vrabel's having himself a hell of a week, isn't he? Alex Cora, all the drama and infighting,
and Celtics.
Bruins and Celtics.
Yep.
JP Morgan, it's over for him.
It's called the news cycle, baby. All right, we'll hit a break. I see you guys on the line. I'm going to tell you something off the air, Matt, and we can share it later.
Okay.
But
You got it.
The Red Sox think they have a solution for Brian Bayo.
It's a good one, too. They haven't tried this one, I don't think.
Actually, you know what? I think we should talk about it. We'll do that next year on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Boston's home for sports. 98.
podcast.
How you doing? All right?
I'm good. How you doing?
Hey, man. I'm thinking about getting a Detroit-style pizza on the way home. You ever had a Detroit-style
Yes,
pizza?
they're outstanding.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going right up Lynshore Drive.
Yep.
Right over to Swampscott. See my friends over at Volo. Maybe this is the bat signal. I just threw up the bat signal.
Well, Joe, could you have thrown out the back signal 2 hours ago so we could have gotten a food drop? I mean, I would have appreciated that.
Sunday, I don't know, Jim. It's a little tough today. But I just feel like maybe taking a ride by the old water today.
Why not?
You know, because the well is getting dry, right?
Dude.
Sports.
You think?
Might have to carb it up for the next couple of days because there's no more shows at night. I mean, no more games at night. So there's
my
gonna be
UFC previews might end up on the front page of the website now.
Whoa, hey! There was UFC on last night a little. What was
this
that?
morning? Yesterday morning.
Yeah, I saw
Perth,
that.
Australia.
Australia.
And if you tailed me on my Quillen Saul-killed first-round finish, you would have made a lot of money yesterday.
Go follow Ryan Garvin, everybody. He's good. So, two things. I teased the Brian Bayo thing.
Okay.
And also, a father has entered the chat regarding the Celtics.
Oh.
What do you want to do first?
Let's do Bayo. Get it out of the way.
Okay, Brian Bayo has struggled. You guys may know this, but he, how many years for the Red Sox again?
Too many.
Like 135 years?
29?
29,
No, 2022, I think was his first year.
The first 6 starts in the history of the Red Sox, Brian Bayo's 9.12 is the highest and worst ever.
They've been playing baseball a long time here, I think. 125 years. Yeah.
Baseball.
It's impressive. It's rolled by like an army of steamrollers. And Brian Bayo has gotten steamrolled, rolled over again, and then flattened.
And then shook off the manager, and then he...
the interim manager.
Staged the interim manager. Trace. Yeah. Trace is what I've heard.
Craig Breslow has made it very clear does not want to have the job.
So, what do you do with Brian Bayo? And Trace, Coach Trace, the Chad Sox, said that he's going to have another turn in the rotation.
Yeah, I mean, in an ideal world, I'd put him on the next flight to Neptune. That's what I do. The problem is you're out of starting pitchers, so he has to start.
Yes. So, they've come up with maybe a solution to help Brian Bayo, Matt. What is that solution?
Yeah, they're going to use an opener in front of him.
Oh, they called him TBD. I love that guy.
So he's still going to pitch because they can't escape it. They literally can't get away from him.
So is this like they're trying to make him a bullpen guy, or is it? No. They just want someone to start the game.
He's just not going to start the game. They still want him to pitch the majority of the game, which he has not done this year.
Okay,
but they're going to start with, name Ryan Watson, Giovanni Moran, name your bum Red Sox reliever. They're going to start with the bum reliever before then going to bum Bayo.
So they're going to TBD, like you said, right? TBD will start the first inning.
Yes, and then Brian Bayo comes in.
And then this is the solution for him in his struggles early on in games.
Right, yeah. Oh, my God, that's Brian Bayo's music. Here he comes out of the bullpen to pitch the game, to be the bulk guy.
Maybe the cardio from the bullpen will help him.
You see, I don't think it's a cardio problem because he's burning a path from the mound to behind the plate when he has to back up the plate when guys are coming across to score.
He doesn't do that either.
Oh, right. No, he definitely doesn't do that. He does not back up.
I was talking to Manny Del Carmen, the pride of Hyde Park.
Well, you're the pride of Hyde Park.
Well, he played Major League Baseball and has 2 World Series rings. I don't. So, but I do acknowledge a lot of the game. And I will say this, Brian Bayo no longer throws a fastball.
It throws the sinker.
So I was asking Manny, how when you're a pitcher do you lose the fastball? And Manny goes, well, I always had the fastball. I lost everything else. So therefore, Brian Bayo throws the sinker, but doesn't have a fastball anymore. Mm-hmm. I don't understand that. So I asked Manny, I think, didn't understand it either.
There's a lot to not understand about Brian Bayo. So that's the plan. That's the solution.
The opener. You know what? I mean,
honestly, I don't hate it.
I don't
like
hate
we can
it
joke
either.
about it. He has to pitch. They're out of guys. So if he has to pitch, why the hell not? Try something different.
Maybe they can get more innings out of the bullpen. I mentioned that a dad has entered the chat. Ron Harper Sr. has on Twitter today.
Now let me guess. Is he the dad of Ron Harper Jr.?
He is. Okay. Yes, and the dad of Dylan Harper of the Spurs. Very good player.
Nailed it. Crushed it.
He tweets out, I love basketball. Can someone explain to me the last 5 minutes of the Celtics and 76ers game? Boston down by 1 and and they keep shooting threes. Please help me.
Ron Harper Jr., Rutgers.
I have retweeted this.
No lies detected.
Ron Harper, who won multiple championships playing for the Bulls.
Five times.
And, because he wasn't on the original team. Then they got him, and he was the point guard, and then it was great. B.J. Armstrong was the original, I believe. Great player in NBA Jam, too. But Ron Harper, who knows a little thing about basketball, doesn't understand why Boston kept shooting threes.
Well, he knows more basketball than I know, Joe. I, too, am perplexed by this. I, too, wonder,
hey,
what the hell are you doing?
Do you know what's one thing we didn't mention? We mentioned that the Sixers were trying to give the game away. They went 2 for... They took 6 total shots when the Celtics took 16, was it?
Yes, yeah.
So the Celtics took 16 shots. The 76ers took 6. They hit 2 of the 6. The Celtics hit 1 of the 16.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they got 10 more opportunities.
Sure. They just kept missing. But you know what, Joe?
Think about that.
You miss all of the shots you don't take and the vast majority of the shots that you do if you keep taking shots far away from the basket.
Live and die by the 3, baby.
It's the plan.
Well, we have another hour to go. The phone lines are loaded. We have Rich, Pat, Justin, Owen, Rich, and Jeff. We don't have any more open lines. So, someone dropped off. Now there's one open line. Final hour to go here on the Sports. Who is this? This was another just, people getting their money's worth advertising here.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Joe. Brought to you by them, of course. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off your drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people.
I would like to let you know that Uncle Fern has checked in. Unfortunately, we can't play his recap.
Yeah.
You ever heard Uncle Fern?
I have. Yeah. No, we can't. We can't go there.
What do you think he said?
Well, I don't want to say it.
These guys. This coach.
These effing guys.
Yes, that's all he says.
Don't you wish we could? Joe, don't you wish we could? Antiquated.
Uncle Fern's the voice of the people. I'll never forget. I told her I met him at a card show, of course. But there was this turn in Everett that they didn't want people going down, but there was it used to be a 2-way street and they made it a 1-way. But people in Everett still go down the street, and he lives where the people go down. And he just videotapes. Look at these people. Look at the city. These people. I'm afraid to talk like Uncle Fern. But yes, that's how I found out about Uncle Fern. And then he went at Maz one day, and then Kevin Majure loves him. Not because he went at Maz, because he's like a local guy who free. And then he got kicked out of Encore, which is he's not a fan of them.
What could be more Everett than that?
Him and Dan Lipschitz are not allowed at Encore.
Yes.
Was it Encore? What was the casino?
Oh, no, Dan's not allowed at Gate City. Gate City anymore? Where we used to have a sponsorship. No, but it's because he won too much. It's a true story.
Got kicked out.
Oh, my God. I'm thinking, I miss Lifshats already. He's been gone for like a month. And their story, he's like a legend. He's like legendary now.
He really is the exact opposite of Joe Missoula. Dan was winning too much. Joe, it doesn't matter. Winning doesn't matter. Winning ignores the process.
Dan kept it simple, man. Just win, baby. Just win. All right, final hour of the show is next here on the Sports Zone.
Boston's home for sports. 98.
on his left knee stiffness. It was just kind of tough because rehab was just going so well the entire time. Guess it was inevitable at some point that I was going to have to deal with something. It just came at the worst possible time.
What are you smelling there, Joe?
He went on to say that he would have been listed as day-to-day moving forward if the Celtics had advanced.
He said this, it was definitely a day-to-day thing. It wasn't a long-term thing. Like, I know for a fact I would have been able to play if we made the second round. All right, I've defended Jason Tatum all day. I can't defend that. So you're telling me it was a day-to-day knee problem? That's what kept you out of Game 7?
So...
Not the calf, not concerned about Achilles, not anything like that. It was a day-to-day knee problem, and if they advanced, you would have been able to play in a couple of days. Now I have an issue.
I think you're entitled to an opinion on this.
And that's a change of opinion from where I was a few hours ago.
And just so you know, like, him saying it doesn't... It gives you a little different... I guess I feel different, too.
Mm-hmm.
I still think it wasn't him in the end who... I think he wanted to play. Dude, you mentioned earlier, the guy wants to play in New Orleans and do all these things. Remember, he had the hurt foot. He had to play, right? History tells me he wanted to be out there.
And that's what I said all morning long. That's why I defended him. But now it's a day-to-day knee thing?
Matt, I think...
Come on.
This is just me spitballing. I think they wanted a built-in excuse if they lost. And if they lost, it was that Tatum was out.
What? For what purpose? To save their guy, Joe Missoula?
I mean, it's not all about winning anymore.
Well, no, it's about the process.
Right. It was the process of empowerment. You see where I'm going with all this?
Yep.
I think Jalen was... I'm going to say it. I think Jalen was left hung out to dry, didn't know that Tatum wasn't playing. It came from above that Tatum wouldn't play, and I think it was because they were protecting the franchise or whatever if they happened to lose, and you could put it on Tatum not playing. Some people will say, he's soft, he's not playing. Then at some point, I bet you we get... Because Missoula said it was the staff, him... Mm-hmm. And the team ended up making the decision.
You see, I thought the decision, though, came tied more, and I know they said it was a knee, but I was like, this is more about the calf. It's more about the concern about the Achilles injury. I get that. I understand that. And the franchise is making a financial investment. They have made a financial investment, a significant one, in Jason Tatum, and they're protecting that investment. That's what I thought this ultimately came down to. But when Tatum says it was a day-to-day knee problem, I don't want to hear that as a Celtics fan. Day-to-day knee problem, you're not out there for Game 7 to see what you can give, if anything.
Yeah.
You see, you had said, well, why wasn't he in uniform? And I said, well, what does it really matter? You're protecting the guy. You're not going to play him. Why play games with it? Well, if it's a day-to-day thing, can't you see if you can play? And if you can't, you tap out, which it is what it is.
I would like him to flat out say, medical team thought I shouldn't play. And I went with what the medical team did. Which could be on him too, right? I mean, you saw Joel Embiid out there with his whatever wound laying on the ground when they were up 18. And he's getting stretched.
3 weeks off of an appendectomy.
So I'm using the words is where I'm going with today. A wordsmith today.
Joe, you're a wordsmith every day.
Unfortunate timing. I guess a little bit to be expected. Inevitable at some point that I was going to have to deal with something. Came at the worst possible time. Like, this sounds like PR. This is PR of, if this happens, this is what you're going to say. I think the team held them out. I think the coaching staff, the team, it was all money, the investment. All of this. It's not about basketball anymore. It's about the analytics and all this crap. I don't like this. I don't like this.
Hard to feel good about the way anything played out last night.
And I'll get on Jaylen Brown for his play on the court, because when you lose, that's what you do. Get on the star player, and that's what he wasn't good. But I think I'm starting to really think take on him being hung out to dry, and then him talking about empowerment, and then him talking about, should have used the roster a little bit more, and then Missoula talking about the roster, and then the guy that Brad Stevens traded for doesn't play. Locker room stinks.
It is
smelly.
Who does it benefit if the conversation becomes, well, you would have won if you had Tatum. Tatum wasn't available, and
how can you sit here today and not think they would have won if Tatum played? I think they would have won if Tatum played.
Right. So doesn't that, in some ways, save Missoula, save everybody else in the organization?
There you go, Matt.
Always have a fall guy, Joe.
Yes.
Always have something to fall back on.
Yep.
Always have something to blame.
Mm-hmm. This was a team move.
He could fall back on it, but you know what kind of hurts the case for Missoula?
Baylor Shireman, Creighton University, Ron Harper Jr., Rutgers.
I get you don't have Jason Tatum available, but then you go Ron Harper Jr., Baylor Shireman, Luka effing Garza to start the game.
Ryan, you're right, because they made a joke of it. I'm not going to play Tatum tonight. And I actually wrote this in the notes. It sounded better when I wrote it down. This is what I wrote. I wrote, is it an organizational thing? Missoula said medical staff and him were the ones who decided not to let Tatum play tonight or last night. But that's been the whole season, right? The front office essentially tells Brown they don't think the team is good to win a championship. So why invest, right? They're the gap year Celtics. Brown proves that he is the man and they're number one. They look like big-time contenders. Then Tatum comes back. In the biggest moment of the year, Tatum's out. That cannot make Jaylen Brown feel good.
It's a mess.
I don't think it can.
It's a mess. Whole thing's a mess.
I think Brown and Tatum get along. But this is the stuff that organizations can make things uncomfortable for people.
What do you think the number one reason they lost last night was?
They had no one that could defend Joel Embiid. Like, if I'm just talking X's and O's, they threw everyone at Joel Embiid.
Well, every small guy they had. Then throw any big man at him.
Luka Garza, University of Iowa.
How many points for... let's do this again.
Oh, yeah, that would be 0, Joe.
Okay, so the five...
of the starting five.
Okay. The starting five last night again was Luka Garza at center. 9 minutes he played.
Yeah, 0 points.
Ron Harper Jr.
4 minutes. He must have gotten hurt, though, right?
Well, he has been dealing with something.
Sure.
Is
0 points.
Baylor Shireman.
22 minutes.
How many points?
0.
Okay.
He had as many points as I did.
So Derek White and Jaylen Brown were the starters. Brown scored 33. White scored 26. The only other players on the team to score were Neemias Queta, who had 17, who didn't start, who started every game.
Yep.
But didn't start.
Except for last night.
Then Peyton Pritchard had 13, and Sam Hauser had 11. So only 5 guys scored for the Celtics. And I ask...
And just real quick, Sam Hauser was, I think, the last one. I don't think he scored until either very late in the first quarter or
hit a
into
couple
the second.
threes, and then, yeah.
But I remember they mentioned it on the television broadcast. He's only the 5th person to score. And I went, wow, that's probably why they're getting boat raced in the first.
So I ask myself, if only 5 guys scored, wouldn't you assume that those were the 5 starters?
You would think. Or at least 4 of them.
So Garza, Harper, and Shireman had 0 points. Why didn't they just go with Pritchard, Queta, Hauser, White, and Brown to start the game?
Which was their starting lineup against Philadelphia on day 1 of the season. Well, no, here's the thing, Joe, is Joe Missoula had something to prove last night. He had to prove how smart he was. He's going to change it up completely. And, because he's such a, he understands the mental component of the game. He's ahead of everybody. He's out thinking everybody.
Too many times. It's all about winning.
Smartest guy in the room. Has to prove how smart he is.
It's a wild thing to say after your season just ended.
Here's the thing about the smartest person in the room. The smartest person in the room never tells you they're the smartest person in the room and never has to prove they're the smartest person in the room.
That is true.
It's better to remain silent and be thought the fool than open your mouth and remove all doubt.
Just reading more Tatum stuff, I know I would have been able to play at some point if we moved on to the second round. So that, just so you know, Matt, that makes me feel different too, because he may have never come back. Like, he may have never, ever, if they made it through. Yeah. So, like, if he doesn't play, there's no guarantee he would have played again.
Right.
So,
see, that's the assumption I was working under, is like, Tatum's probably out for a little bit. If they advance, you're going to have to play, a good chunk of this series without him. But kind of the tone of it today, it's like, oh, no, I would have been back. Huh? You would have been back.
He did say he's 100% happy that he tried to come back. He feels he was very happy to be a part of this team, felt that he gave his team a chance to compete for a championship. He also had something to prove to himself that he can get back, and he did that.
I mean, you have to, produce another episode of the documentary, right? Have to tell the story.
The quiet work part, too.
He is happy that he came back, but unfortunately, if he talked about someone else having this injury and doesn't wish it upon them. But he does wish that they did better. Do better. Tatum did say several times he needs to get his right calf leg bigger compared to his left leg. That's no, I'm sorry. I know. I know a lot of athletes that have had this problem.
Yeah.
So he has an issue. Like I know he probably could have played out there, and it's a bad look. But if one calf is smaller than the other, like, that's an issue.
Yes.
So,
yep.
You play on that, you can continue to hurt it. So I kind of feel like the organization might have tried to do Tatum a favor, and it really rubbed everybody else the wrong way. It's that built-in excuse, you know what I'm saying? The fall guy.
Got to have it. Always need it. Always. Best way to dodge accountability, Joe.
All right. Who wants to talk to us? How about Pat and Franklin? Pat.
You know what Sam Cassell's nickname was back from when he was the three-time NBA champion, Big Joe?
Was it Balls?
Mr. Midrange.
Oh, Midrange.
What is he doing? Why is Missoula not engaging his coaching staff to make smart decisions and not play stupid?
Because he's smarter than everybody else, don't you know it, Pat?
Look, but then what is the point? Why is Emil Jefferson on the staff? Are they just pawns? I mean, this isn't college basketball. Danny Hurley is like the leader. Jay Wright's the leader. The assistants are just kind of like schmucks. Look at Mike Brown with the Knicks. He's got a staff. Brunson's father is ripping these guys. They're engaged. Mm-hmm. This isn't just Joe Missoula. It's the entire organization, and I just don't get it. You knew they were going to play dumb at the end and lose. Are you surprised? Is anybody surprised? I'm not.
I'll be honest with you. I'm surprised they lost because when they were up 3-1 in the series, they were 32-0 all time. I'm surprised because Vegas had them as minus 900 favorites and minus 9 last night.
I am not surprised. I'm surprised it happened this early, Joe, but I am not surprised that their style of play caught up with them.
Caught up, exactly. No, absolutely.
How could you be surprised at this point? They lost to the Heat in a series they never should have lost. They lost to the Knicks in a series they never should have lost. They were up 3-1 on the Sixers. They've done it again. And I'm telling you, if you keep Joe Missoula on the job, he will do it again to you next year. So, no, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised it happened to the Sixers, but I'm not surprised in the end.
We'll break because I know there's more calls. Charlie McAvoy just told all the reporters that he broke his hand in Game 2. So maybe that's why he missed on the old...
he lost the grip.
It is excuse day, Joe. Injury list day. We'll find out.
I'm going to have... Who was my intern tomorrow? I'm going to be like, I want you to find all the excuses. Every one of them. I want to read every excuse from everybody. Oh, it is excuse day. You're absolutely right. All right. Well, I need an excuse. for what I'm going to do the rest of the year now.
Good luck, Joe. God bless you.
Thank you. We'll go to break. Matt McCarthy's here. Ryan Garvin. I'm Joe Murray.
Boston's home for sports. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
else has it. Dean in Shrewsbury. Hello, Dean.
Hi, we need to trade for Giannis. This whole young player, up and coming and developing players isn't working for us. This did end up being a gap year because our players weren't just seasoned enough, and Giannis would force us to take twos. It's sort of like all we have right now is dessert in the freeze, and everybody's throwing on sprinkles and cherries on top of the threes. We need that big Giannis T-bone steak, and then once we trade our young players and our valuable assets for Giannis, we need to get some experienced veteran players who have been in the playoffs, and they can act like as a salad. I know you hate salad, Joe, but it's necessary.
Mm-hmm. Dean, I also have turned the corner on Giannis. Here's the deal, real quick. I think the team might stick with Missoula one more year, but if they could somehow they can do it. Tatum, Brown, Giannis together, I would do it.
Yeah, you definitely, and it would force Joe to take twos.
Yep.
See, that was what I was going to say, Joe, is bringing in Giannis, I don't want to say forces you to play a different style of basketball, because I don't think Joe Missoula can adapt to that style of basketball, but it's the closest thing that's going to get you there.
He can score in the paint.
Yes.
He can take an outlet pass and take 2 dribbles and dunk. He gets into the paint. He's a point guard who's 6 foot whatever. He plays point guard. Mm-hmm. He's not a great shooter. Let's call it what it is.
No, he's not.
He's can be a good defender because he's of length. He's not a great defender. But the three of I know that I've heard talks of that could be a swap of Brown for Giannis. No, I would make the money work and try to go with the three of them if you're keeping Missoula, because it does make Missoula have to. Remember the seat we talked about adjusting?
Yep.
He'd have to.
Well, you would say he'd have to, but
the organization would have.
But would he?
So that would be. I have 2 solutions. That would be number 1. See if you can. And the package that's been reported is White, Hauser, and Pritchard is an absolutely great contract. Like, say what you want about the player. Mm-hmm. His production at $5 million a year or whatever it is a great contract.
Sure. Yeah.
So it sweetens the pot, right? But it frees up the money for them. The Celtics take on the money. It all works out. So that's probably solution. They can do it. And then now Ron Harper Jr. is really starting. And Hugo Gonzalez is really playing. Like, those things are really happening.
Okay,
now.
but I trust the Celtics to find depth pieces.
Yep. Yes.
Brad Stevens has done that consistently.
Yeah, he'll find a guard Simmons or whatever. The other thing is you move on from Missoula. You might not love this name, but I'm going to say it. Tom Thibodeau.
Way more than Joe, that's for sure.
They would be more of a defensive team.
Yep.
I think the regular season, which doesn't matter that we've talked about today, right? You would have to grind out all those other pieces that Brad drafted. Like, those are the guys that are grinding out defensively every night. Not. And listen, if you bring in Thibodeau, I don't think Jalen's here. So, I think that you either go full barrel for Giannis with Brown and Tatum, or Brown's gone. I don't know what you do. Like we said,
I'm out on this. If Brown is gone, you're not winning that trade.
Exactly, I agree with you. But do you think Thibodeau? I mean, you would think Brown's a defense says he's the best two-way player in basketball, right? Which I disagree with now. Thibodeau, I think, would be structured hard on them, harder than Ime, right? Mm-hmm. But he does run those guys into the ground.
He does.
Does he have to change his philosophy?
Yes. Adapt or die, as you said, Joe. And Joe Missoula continues to die.
Sam Cassell would be a promotion. Does Sam Cassell and the roster being the same make them better than they were?
By getting rid of Missoula, yes, but not because of Sam Cassell. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Addition by subtraction. Mm-hmm. The Giannis move, watching the way that they can't score, Giannis is a solution.
I'm on board with it.
Not in love with Giannis, the player. Do I think he's a phenomenal talent? Do I think he's probably a top 5 player in the league? Probably.
See, I just think you can get more out of him than Milwaukee has gotten out of him in recent years.
Yeah. And
I buy it.
The best players ever played with is
right.
Drew Holiday.
Right. So you bring him in here playing with Jason Tatum.
And Brown.
And Brown.
I know it. I know it's going to be hard for a lot of people to be like, you're not going to get Giannis without maybe another team like Miami. Could they give?
Yeah.
I think the Celtics have sweeteners. Like they have guys that they can draft picks. Mm-hmm. I'm not wishing for the moon. I actually think it's a solution. You got to go Missoula another year. That's that. You get Giannis, but you go Missoula.
Why? Why are those two connected?
Money.
They don't want to pay Joe to go away. Yeah, that probably exists no matter what. So I would also say money. Well, Giannis isn't coming here either. It's a team that cut money this past year. Private equity.
But
Bill Chisholm, money slasher. That's how he's made his money.
Like the Brown for Giannis trade is just a swap.
See, I'm not doing that.
That's what I'm saying. All you're doing is swapping contracts.
Right.
That's why I'm saying White, Hauser, Pritchard gets it done. But you've lost what? I'd do that all day, wouldn't you? Why would the Bucks not? Why would the Bucks do it? How come Miami can't beat it out? But I remember there was rumors, inner channelings, and all this stuff. Maybe there's something to it. But yeah, that would be my solution. There's a lot of callers. Owen's in Westford. Owen.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
What was that first game that they lost to the Philly and they took 53-point shots?
Game 2.
Only made 13?
Yep.
That's just ridiculous. And I agree so much. Maybe give Missoula one more year, but, I could see it coming 15, 20 years ago that they started to shoot threes the whole league. And that's just turned me off about the NBA. And that's why I didn't watch much of the series. And when I put it on, and they're down by 1, and they take these 3-point shots, and Tatum not playing, if I was Bird or McHale,
I can't do the Bird or McHale. It's a different game.
Larry Bird is not walking through that door.
It's different.
Too many times. It's all about winning.
So just to get on this point, I would like to make it known that LeBron James will go down as a top 5 player of all time. But it was Steph Curry who changed the game.
Yep.
Steph Curry changed the game. And for him, it was great. For the Warriors, it was great. But for the young kid that was playing in junior high and then the guys who went to college and whatever, I'm not saying it's poisoned the game. I'm not saying poison.
Oh, the game's worse off because of it.
I'm saying he's a huge influence.
Yeah, and the fan experience is worse off because of it. I was sitting there watching the Celtics bomb threes last night. Is that a great viewing experience as a fan? I don't think so. Tough watch, man. Tough watch.
Man, Missoula's getting $4.7 million a year, bro.
What a life. To be a terrible NBA head
found
coach,
him
which
on
is
the
what he is.
second row, didn't they?
A terrible NBA head coach.
Sarah's in Worcester. Sarah.
Hey, Joe. I have a big problem with Tatum's minutes in the first 6 games. I feel like he played too much, and sometimes he played more minutes than Jalen, and that could have led to Tatum's knee soreness or whatever we're calling it. Thank you.
You're absolutely right. It's so funny. I don't know who said it. Can't remember who I interviewed. It might have been Forsberg. But he said, we're watching Jason Tatum play these minutes. It was Grandy. It was Sean Grandy. We're watching Jason Tatum play way too many minutes than he should be right now. He said it as like, hey, be careful. This could be something. Did he have the sniffer out? Or is he just calling every game being like he's playing too many minutes?
See, Jason Tatum didn't finish Game 7, 2023. Obviously didn't finish last year.
Had the ankle? Yeah, you're right. He had the ankle. Last year.
Achilles.
Holy
knee.
smokes. The Celtics have not been able to finish the season with their 2 best players.
Correct. 3 out of the last 4 years.
Even Brown had the wrist injury.
Yep, 3 out of the last 4 years.
Holy smokes! Think about that.
The last 3 times the Celtics have been eliminated, Jason Tatum has not been on the court. Which, I'm not saying that speaks to his toughness. I'm saying it speaks to the wear and tear in the tread.
Can I cross? May I?
Cross.
Drake May.
Yeah.
Biggest game of the year. He's got a shoulder thing. He can't even throw the ball.
Well, he sucked before the shoulder injury too, Joe.
Well, it happened in the AFC Championship game.
Well, he told us it happened in the AFC Championship game, and he was crappy leading up to that. So, I mean, that doesn't excuse away his performance against Houston, which was bad, his performance against the Chargers, which was bad, and his performance until he got hurt in Denver, which was bad.
McAvoy said hand broken. Pasternak said groin tear.
Yeah.
Zadorov MCL ripped off the bone.
Yeah. Arvidsson punctured lung, fractured lip.
It was out there skating, trying to play.
Yeah.
Let's break because I know we get the show coming up next. We'll wrap up with your calls next on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Boston's home for sports. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Well, next weekend is Mother's Day. So shout out to the moms. Shout out to your mom. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to Garvin's mom. Shout out to our moms.
Moms are the best.
Moms are the best. Have you heard that Shane Gillis?
Yeah.
The spot we keep running.
He's great.
I met him when he got fired from Saturday Night Live. I met him here. He was like happy he got fired.
Oh, him and Alex Cora?
Kind of worked out for him.
Yeah, no kidding.
Maybe that's like the thing. You just get fired from Saturday Night Live.
Norm did.
Yeah. Anything you want to add before we go home?
Do we have calls?
We have lots of calls.
Absolutely nothing, Joe.
You have okay.
I got nothing left.
Ryan Garvin?
I've had fun today.
Thank you.
That's what I said during the break, and I'll say it on the air. I had a lot of fun today.
Bang out the calls.
Patrick's in Braintree. Patrick.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking the call. I just wanted to touch on the Giannis subject. I'm all for taking Giannis on, but I don't think the three superstar thing is ever a good idea. I mean, we see it in Brooklyn terribly fail. I think you have to give up Brown or Tatum. Right now, I'm leaning towards more so Tatum just for longevity on the health end, but I'll let you guys talk about that.
I think Tatum does. You can play any system. I think Tatum is the guy you keep. Plus, he's bigger.
Acting like, I mean, I understand the concern about the three superstar thing. I get it. But acting like this works, let's not ignore that it hasn't. Pretty consistently. They have underachieved.
No doubt. Shane and Woburn. Shane.
Hey, guys. I agree with you that it is a really tough time to be a Celtics fan. Like, the organization, after Tatum's comments, and I absolutely got my sniffer out like you guys do, it's just a really bad look that he probably could have played, it sounds like, Game 7 and sat out just for an excuse. I think that makes him soft as Charmin. Like, he needs to play in that game if he can, and he needs to be the face of the franchise and tell the organization, no, I'm going out there. If Thibodeau was coach, like you said, he would absolutely be out there. I think it is fine to question his durability if he's sitting out these important playoff games. Just because he plays a full regular season, that doesn't do it for me.
I don't agree with you at all.
Sorry, I didn't hear Garvin was talking Sox to me in my
I just
headset.
saw the replay. I realized I'm a couple minutes behind back here. I went, oh my God, he did it again.
Garvin's talking. I'm like, what the hell are you watching? So I admittedly, I did not hear what the caller had to say.
Damn soft.
I didn't agree with him.
Tips would get him to play.
Okay.
Justin's in lane.
I trust you.
Hey, Joe, it's Justin. I have a thing to say about the Celtics, and it's not so much about, it's about the game last night. They didn't play well defensively. They didn't shoot well, and I think it's an organizational philosophy as to why they lost last night. So I just wanted your thoughts real quick.
All right, thanks, Justin.
Yep.
I appreciate you calling. Tatum Brown, fourth quarter. Who was better this playoff?
Oh God,
Probably Tatum.
Yep. I mean, Game 3. Yeah.
Joe's in Leominster. Joe.
Hey, how you doing, guys? Did Brown seem a little selfish with the ball at the end of the fourth quarter last night?
Yes.
No.
No, you don't think so? I mean, like, he just would come up to the three-point line and just throw it like the second coming of Marcus Smart.
No.
He seemed really selfish with the ball.
So, all right, so their final 9 shots, Joe? Again.
Well, yes, and again, I only say yes because I think he felt like he had to do it all, and I don't think he deferred enough, like he said.
Okay, so here during that stretch where the Celtics kept missing all their shots, after 5:02 to play, Brown hit a 2-pointer to cut the lead to 1. Missed 3, Derek White. Missed 3, Derek White. Missed 3, Pritchard. Brown missed from 2. Missed 3, Hauser. Missed 3, Brown. Missed 3, White. Missed 3, Hauser. So I just listed off 8 shots there. Brown took 2 of them. Only one of them from 3. If you've got issues with Brown, I understand that. But to say he was selfish at the end of that game, no. In fact, maybe the exact opposite.
Okay.
Maybe you want Brown to take it to the hole more.
I could be talked into that. Remember he got swatted by Embiid?
Yep.
That was like when Tatum got swatted by Bam, remember? In the playoffs?
Yeah.
That was Could that have been a turning point?
Embiid was a factor in that game. Very little denying that.
Final call today. Jake is in Braintree, but you're going to have to pot him up, Ryan, because the phone screener all of a sudden it's not working. Jake, how are you?
Hey, I just wanted to say I think if anybody goes first, it has to be Missoula. And the three-point thing is crazy. Shooting 49 threes in a game, 13 for 49 is absurd. But on top of that, during the game, in the fourth quarter, 2 of their stars had 4 fouls each, and you don't attack them once. They attacked them, I saw it maybe 3 or 4 times, but why is Jalen or anybody not attacking those guys and taking them out of the game? It made no sense.
I did scream that when I was watching the game. Thanks, Jake. You're going to have to hang up on him, Ryan, because whoever's going to take over for this show.
Good luck.
So, Jeff, just to let you know, Jeff, when Jeff takes over, the phones are...
Good day for that to happen. How do you think Celtics fans are feeling today, Joe, at the end of this, after hearing from all of them?
I went to a card show before I came in today, and nobody wanted to talk about it. And I bought a couple of Jalen Brown cards.
Just to ignore it?
The money's going down on the Jalen Brown cards. Yeah, people were trying to like
it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
be a long, dark summer, Joe.
This show happened.
It did. Hey, good luck, by the way, with your 4-hour shows for the rest of, until October.
Unless we get a Revs game. I think I'm going to become the World Cup expert.
Not a bad time to do it.
I'm going to learn about all the teams.
It is a great event to get into for 5.5 weeks and act like you know everything about.
I'm going to be a know-it-all.
Do it.
I'm going to know about Yamal, Ronaldo.
Talk to me about England's left back situation. Should it be Shaw? What's the deal? Man. We're going to find out.
They've a lot of draws for them.
Brazil did not look very good.
They're young team.
They did not look very good against France.
Take the over. They take the over.
France looked excellent here a month ago.
It was, what's his name with the goal there?
Mbappe.
Mbappe. He's good.
Mbappe.
Ooh.
Look at that bass.
Hear that?
Sure do.
You hear it?
I do. That means we have to go.
All right, Matt McCarthy. Thank you, sir.
Joe Murray. Always fun.
We talked about everything, right?
I think so.
Horses?
We didn't talk about horses. How about a finish? What a finish.
Good one.
That horse ran fast. Sound of a winner right there.
Right.
Unlike the Celtics, losers.
Hey.
Joe Missoula, horse's ass.
What a horse. Crap. All right, let's go home.
Bye.
Ryan Garvin, great job. Matt McCarthy, I'm Joe Murray. Hey, no more games. Joe all night long on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Boston's home for sports. 98.5 The Sports Hub.